the countdown timer now and posting socials now.
Boogity boogity boo, boogity boogity boo.
Baba booey, baba booey. Baba booey.
Both on Twitter and Blue Sky.
Baba booey.
Oh, and the
I'm gonna
project
pull up my social.
What's up?
And the project open table one, right?
Yeah. Typically, what I'm going to start doing is if there is a game that is being ran either in or being streamed from Project Open Table, I'm going to have the social account for that retweet those.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
There we go. Blue Sky as well. Pop on over. Bisky app.
I can repost.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So, poison.
I've been poisoned.
Poison?
By this boysenberry.
Oh no.
No.
Not the poison.
Oh no. Not the boys and berries.
I heard that the boysenberries they poison you by taking you to Boise, Idaho.
Oh God.
Oh, really?
Truly a fate worse than death.
Yeah.
It also brings the boys to the yard.
Oh shit.
Damn, you're right.
Yeah.
But I heard
know.
it's
I'm
not
sorry
better
to
than
bring you
yours. That's just a rumor, though. That's just a rumor there. I want to clarify. My sources aren't exactly thorough nor trustworthy. But word on the street is that they're better than yours.
Which is like that means that the poison has a lot in common with the strangers. Neither thorough nor trustworthy.
And can attract boys. So, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Holding, standing by.
Standing by.
Standing by.
Oh, gee. Oh,
Big stretcher.
Okay, so if you had to fight one anime character to the death, who would it be? Go.
Shin-chan.
For fun or because we can win?
Yeah, I'm beating the crap out of that little cartoon kid.
Well, it's to the death, so it's you versus this anime character to the death.
To the death.
Yeah.
And is it because we want to fight them, like we have beef, or who we would win?
No, just
against?
if you could. No.
Things.
He just said if you could fight one anime character, who would you fight?
That little grape
death.
motherfucker from My Hero Academia. I have
Very
beef.
nice.
I want to punt kick that motherfucker so bad.
Do you think you could beat
Shao Tucker?
Shao Tucker, yeah, no.
I have a list. I could think of like all the characters I fucking hate.
See, the thing is though, if you tried to punt the grape kid from the thing, your foot would just stick to them.
Then you have a pervert on your foot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's never fun. So this is when we get the golf club.
But then your golf club gets stuck to him.
And then you can hit a tree.
Yeah, because swing his tiny little ass. Like.
Jeez.
I would win. I got enough beef with that little shit. On site.
Brooklyn Rage. Yeah, I'd fight Tristan from Yu-Gi-Oh. But that's just because my name's also Tristan. So.
You gotta prove you have to assert your dominance.
Yeah, there can only be one Highlander.
You sure you don't want to fight Joey Wheeler from America?
Joey's actually the best duelist in that show because he doesn't use magic items to cheat.
Yeah,
That's true. Got to give it up to the homeboy.
The Millennium Puzzle is just like, oh, part of the cards. No, you will the card that you want to the top of the deck. That's cheating.
Yeah.
Joey Wheeler's the best duelist in Yu-Gi-Oh, and I will hear nothing else.
Yeah.
Turns out turns out that the Millennium Puzzle wasn't the friendship the power of friendship or the friends we met along the way. It was just cheating.
It's the power
Turns
of
out.
cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, turns out.
God, okay, but like, have you guys like read through like the Yu-Gi-Oh manga? Like,
No, I
Millennium,
haven't.
like Millennium World is actually so good. Like, I went through this like stretch of time where I could not stop reading the Yu-Gi-Oh manga. I just like only like a couple of years ago. Like it wasn't
geez.
even COVID lockdown. Like
Oh wow.
it's just like all I was doing, like making Somnabathy and reading Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like, what am I doing? Shocked that a card game didn't end up in that fucking game.
Next, what's your blunt rotation with anime characters should be the next one.
Yeah, that'll be the next one. Your anime blunt rotation. So start doing your research now.
Oh right. No, yeah. We'll do.
Keep
Make
a
sure.
note, though.
Yeah.
I need that deer high.
And with that, welcome to part 3 of Blades in the Dark, Strangers in Paradise.
Amazing.
Yeah. Welcome back, players. It's been a good minute, almost 2 months. Almost.
Yeah. Almost.
But we're here. We're ready to pull off another heist.
Yeah.
I'm joined as always by we got HighVoltageCatfish.
Hey, what up? I'm HighVoltageCatfish. I'm also known as Deirdre Gray in this game. Let's light some fires under our own asses and under nobles.
Let's be real, the nobles are just the collateral damage from the fires that you light under your own asses.
Fact. That's how you eat the rich.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's right.
By cooking your own booty.
First, you know.
I'm also
Feel like
joined by
raw.
StupidPunkThing.
Hi, I'm Project Open Table's right-hand orphan.
Wow.
Oh, that's so good, though.
Outing my notes.
You said that, and I was like, I know I'm saying it the next session. And I've been holding that in my fucking brain since I heard it the first time.
Oh, that's good. And we are joined by TVHEADD.
Hello. I'm playing Cillian and also Aesyr in this.
Yeah. We'll get into the recap of what happened last time here in a moment. As far as things coming up, next weekend I'll be running my first one-shot with the Root RPG system. I just had session 0 with all the players for that last night, and it's going to be a pretty interesting crew. I'm excited to see what they pull off. As far as October goes, I don't think I have any games 100% planned yet, but we do have some. We do have a community night coming up in October. Yeah, and there's the link if you want to come check out what we're about. I think next month's community night is the
Horror movies.
That was one of them.
Did we have another one? I thought December was the one we had way too many of.
Oh,
I
December.
think we're in
Yeah.
October. We just decided horror movies.
Sometime this month we're having our Whose Line Is It Anyway? TTRPG edition.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, Grid's
I think-
running that one.
Let me look what the day is for the.
I don't think that there's a date 100% set yet, so it's got to be within the next week.
I was about to say, I think there is.
Oh, is there?
I'm pretty sure.
I know there's a date for the next. Or no, they already had the GM workshop. Well, we'll have that information either at the break or at the end of the stream.
This next weekend.
Oh, is it next week? Yeah.
Sometime this next weekend. Okay. There was a poll. I was gonna say, I could have sworn we had a date for that.
There we go. Perfect. All right. With that, I think we're ready to get into the game.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's head over the. I had a thing, and then it just like jumped off the train tracks. So we're just gonna go to the screen.
HD be damned.
We are having a wonderful start. All right, so to use Catfish's. I'm not going to use Catfish's notes. I already looked at it. So last session, you guys finished your first heist, which was to steal the war treasury of the Red Sashes. You guys made out with a good little bit amount of coin in your pocket. You earned the favor of I think they're the Wraiths, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the favor of the Wraiths, who you've kind of been paying off to operate in Night Market, but they're like, nah, skip this next payment. We're good. Which helped you guys out a good bit. Yeah. We had some character scenes. We did our downtime activities where, unfortunately, Aesyr overindulged in their vice.
Yeah.
And therefore could not make it to this next heist. But they sent their brother, Cillian, sorry.
It's both. Either is fine.
Cillian, who is mechanically a lurk.
A lurk,
yes. Mechanically, Cillian's a lurk. They are a very sneaky, thievy person, which is perfect for this crew. And at the same time, Morrigan also decided that they would rather focus their efforts into training the kids that she helps out at the orphanage. So in her place, she has sent their right hand Aesyr.
Right hand orphan Aesyr.
There you go, yeah. After that, you guys met with a ghost who wants you to steal a family heirloom off of his still living wife, who actually plotted his assassination. She is a member of high society, resides in White Crown, where the Bluecoats are teeming. You guys will have to be extra on your game. And the ghost basically said, as long as you get this thing out of my wife's hands and show me that you've done it, then I can rest. And anything that you find in there that you decide is worth stealing is yours. Because I don't care anymore.
Which is valid.
Yeah, super valid. Yeah, so from there, we will go ahead and get into... we'll go ahead and go back into free play.
Okay.
So you guys will... you guys can do some other things before you actually crack down and start planning out this heist. So if anybody has anything that they would like to do...
We already did our... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was like, did we already do a free play?
Yeah, you guys did your free play stuff. I think in this instance, I'm speaking more of like your gather information stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, before we actually do the heist, right?
Yeah, before you actually do the planning portion.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, that was part of the note that that Aesyr sent from wherever he's holed up at the moment. Of like he was like, we need like much better info, we need tighter plans, tighter timing. He was like, yeah, these are my notes from like my assessment from like the last job that we did, essentially.
From his overindulged fugue state, just writing notes on a napkin underneath a table.
Yeah.
On tobacco, I would like to remind everyone.
Yeah, right. Of all things, it's tobacco. I think he just kind of during that time while he's smoking a lot, or it's not even really smoking a lot. It's more of a social club, I guess he's at. But yeah, he smokes a lot and uses a lot of tobacco products. But he's at the tobacconist, but he gets a little bit obsessive and squirrely, kind of hanging out there.
I think it was also like quality or something, right? Like he likes a specific one and they ran out of it or something.
Something like that.
I forget.
I could be wrong. I don't
how
remember.
It works mechanically.
Well then.
I forgot how this part works.
So as of right now, I'm gonna go ahead and in the Discord, I'm gonna share my screen of the roll.
Ah, perfect.
Thank you.
So from here, you guys are technically kind of in the planning and engagement phase. But if you would like to, you can do your gather information stuff, so you can get what you need to potentially start in the best position possible.
Right.
It just depends on what you guys want to do to gather said information.
Right.
Okay.
So if any of you guys want to, just go ahead and pipe up with what you would like to do for your gather information.
Yeah. So we have a lot of resources at our fingertips. We have we're gonna gather information on this, so we're gonna use each of those as the best we can. Any information we can get on the score itself.
Yes.
Obviously we have our items on you know on site, but we also want to make sure we're taking advantage of our allies. Each of us has an ally. We want to, if there are any factions that are amicable to us, maybe it would be good to tap into them for the payment of potential future monies. Keeping in mind that it's, the risk is if we don't score, we still owe them that probably. And then our own upgrades and things like that. But yeah, long story long. What can I do to get information?
We have underground maps and passkeys. We have thieves rigging.
Yeah.
Those are two important tools.
Go ahead and pull up your guys's everybody to see.
Thank you.
Can I use
All right.
a
You can
prowl roll
Just don't think I'm sharing
to
my
do
swamp
an
juice with
initial reconnaissance into Whitewall?
White Crown?
White Crown, sorry, Whitewall. Into White Crown. One, where we're establishing two things. I want to see if there's an underground passage we can use as underground passage we can use as exfiltration to that house. So like if I can find an underground passage that will lead to that place and pop up in there, I'd like to use prowl to do like an initial reconnaissance but not be detected, not touch anything.
Right.
See
You want to case the joint. You want to find out where this mansion is and see what the sitch is.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me that prowl roll.
Okie dokie. Risky standard, would you say?
Yeah, I would say. Well, you guys are in White Crown at the moment. Which I believe in the aspect of when you're doing things, there is oh yeah, there's going to be a kind of a detriment to your engagement roll, but for right now I think it's still risky standard.
Risky standard, okay.
Partial success.
Partial success. Okay.
That rolls right, just like lands, and it shows above like my notes and stuff, and I did not expect that one.
Yeah, the dice just kind of fall over top of everything.
Dice do what the dice want.
The dice do what the dice want. All right. So then I will direct your attention to the map of White Crown. Here we are.
Okay.
Look at beautiful White Crown here. As you guys would know, this place is. Wow, that music is fucking loud. There we go. So as you guys would know, White Crown is the home of the rich and famous. The governor lives here in that really massive little circle spot right there. That's his stronghold. And you know that the streets around here are thick with like 3 C's of blue coat patrols.
Yes.
You do some scoping around, and I will say that you do figure out the location of this manor is right here in this little building, and I will draw a little doodle here to
Annotate
note
that.
there. That's
Nice.
right. X marks the
Nice.
spot.
Nice.
All right, so that's
right
the
off
manor.
of White Cliff Road.
Mm-hmm. So you do have what looks like a small alley kind of street right there that you could potentially make your way to.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna say that the complication that comes with your partial success is that you are noticed that you're like kind of skulking around a bit, but nobody's like instantly calling the cops on you. So
Okay.
so you have been noticed, and like you may be regarded as a suspicious figure if you show your face to the public around this area.
Okay. Can I have kind of like, I guess, okay, well, the question I want to ask is where I popped out of from secret tunnels, did I pop out in the mansion, next to the mansion? What would you say?
I'll say that you kind of popped out right here at this little intersection.
Okay, so that's as close as we can get it.
Yeah, that's as close as you were able to get.
Because I was gonna narratively suggest that like maybe the theater had a secret entrance for spiriting away, famous people or celebrities, so they don't have to deal with crowds.
That's an interesting take.
These rich people, they got tunnels everywhere.
No, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Secret tunnel.
Part of the reason why in the lore why they took away so many of the secret tunnels that the poor people had that there were growing vegetables in was so that rich people could use them as their own tunnels for shit.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
If only this was fate and you could spend a fate point to make that true.
Poopy doo doo.
Dream.
But as of right now, yeah, this right here is the closest you can get. I think with a partial success, I think that also track.
Okay.
Cool. Can we get that marked too?
Yes, absolutely. I will do that.
Thank
And,
you.
I'm going to do like a circle.
Maybe like some other color.
Or just a dot even.
Yeah. Should we do a different color?
I think the color reflects my player color.
Yeah. That's fine. Like we'll know what it is later.
Yeah, just put like a dot or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that works.
That works.
Woo! There we go.
There's your dot. So that's where the tunnels emerge from.
So I was seeing somewhere along the line from I wasn't seeing exiting, but like I was seeing like somewhere along the line going from here to there. And they're like, who's that guy? He doesn't look like he belongs here.
Right, yeah.
But I'm
Yeah,
rich and I don't have time to deal with this.
People who like are up on like their like second or third story balcony and they see you like sidling along the alley wall or something.
Yeah. So like that riffraff doesn't belong here, but I'm rich and I don't have time to deal with this kind of thing. I'm too distracted eating caviar.
Yeah, just pour your drink on him. Get out of here. Broke.
Damn.
Okay. Would I be able to do another prowl roll to get a case of the interior and maybe with really good success a case of some of the interior?
I think I can give you the exterior with the partial success. If you would have gotten a regular success or even a critical, then I probably would have given you that inside information.
Oh, I was gonna ask for another roll, but I can't do another roll, or
I was gonna limit the gather information to one per person.
one per person. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so partial, you'll give me some of the exterior.
Yeah, so
mapped.
So you can see that the perimeter of this place is a very tall wrought iron fence.
Okay.
We're probably gonna say somewhere in the ballpark of like 8-foot tall fence.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you do see that the gate that would be located probably right in this area is flanked by 2 personal guards.
Okay.
outside of that, I think as far as like the exterior, that's all that you really get, is that there are 2 guards that are posted outside the gate itself, and the fence is 8 foot tall wrought iron, and it's got the pointy like little spike things at the top.
Okay. I don't know. Rooftop situation.
The rooftop situation, it is this mansion is about 4 stories tall.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. You could potentially get there from the Spire Garden Theater.
Okay.
But there is a bit of a gap between the Spire Garden Theater and the actual mansion itself.
Right on. Okay.
So you definitely wouldn't be able to run and jump it. You would probably have to use some sort of like zip line or something if you wanted to go rooftop to roof.
Okay. And so, depending on our placement on engagement, that we can decide how that goes.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Fair enough.
Cut back
Cool,
to
cool.
to the crew hideout. Who's next?
Exterior reconnaissance.
Oh, I think Deirdre would love to take a swing next. But first, need to have a little conversation with our local orphan, Aesyr. How are you today? I had a question for you.
Of course. What's up?
So, you know how we heard from Mr. Ghostman with the money that his wife, horrible lady, I'm sure you would agree that she is, loves to quote unquote hire, perhaps purchase, other urchins of perhaps your ilk off of the streets, to sit on, step on, dance, etc. Do you know how perhaps someone like her of her standing would go about such a thing? Are there any particular routes of a purchase for these things? And can we get in on it and simply enter as urchin delivery? Like catering, but with young vulnerable human lives.
So Uber orphans is what
Yeah,
you're calling me?
Uber orphans.
Jesus.
Okay. I don't. Would I have this information, Go?
I think that you would.
I mean,
What is that information, Go? I don't know.
Well, you're the orphan in the party.
I'm not the only one, asshole. Damn.
Yeah, I think you would have you would know about stuff like that, but I think digging further into it would have to be would be required for you to have the necessary information.
Mm-hmm.
You just know that it's a thing that
Gotcha.
definitely exists. You just don't know who to go to for that.
Or rather, you may know who to go to, but that is a going out and getting. It's not like off the dome kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Off the dome, where do we buy orphans?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Aesyr say this. I'm aware that it happens. Morgan tends to be the one, or father tends to be the one who deals with it. Not necessarily like involved with it, but it's more that she's the one who keeps up with those sort of things. I'm more for Morgan uses me more, or father. I keep forgetting just to call her father this year. Father uses me a lot for destruction, and so I'm more of the face than anything else.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know if she would have that information, but
Yeah.
she's also incredibly busy right now. So
Yeah, no, I mean, if you're not normally on urchin management, I think that one of our ways of ingress into such a highly secure manner would be to just, legitimate, right? Or quote unquote legitimate methods of just having them let us in. We deliver orphans. We round them up. We accept payments, hands perhaps, and then perhaps we just come in and enjoy the party as people in charge of wrangling urchins. as the case may be.
Like chaperones.
Yeah, exactly. Not that we would stop them from doing any of their stepping, etc., and sitting, but I think somebody as with such well-to-do background as myself may be able to just simply play the part of the orphan middleman, with a little bit of your advisement on the side, perhaps.
So, how would Catfish roll for this? Because I was
Yeah.
gonna do something else personally.
I don't want to make you roll
you
anything.
want like Catfish to roll some kind of way to get the information out of Morrigan, because that'd be interesting.
I would say that if you're trying to get that kind of information, it could be consort.
Yeah,
because you guys are already on decent terms.
Yeah.
It's a strong word there.
Yeah.
Keyword, I mean, is the keyword.
Right. But if you were rolling to like play the part, I think that would be. Let me look at your character sheet. I think it would be sway. If you were to convince somebody.
And Deirdre, I mean, to the side, like, I have a thing to pitch to you whenever y'all have done
Our
this.
thing, yeah, no, totally. No, just an idea. I was pitching, but otherwise, in terms of gathering the information, I think that I would like to, if we could open the map back up.
Yeah, absolutely. Making sure I have your guys' character sheets a click away.
Yeah,
all right, there we are.
Did it update the map for anyone else?
Oh, there we go. No, yeah, no.
There you go.
there you go.
Gotcha.
That was weird. So, I think what I would like to do, since we've already looked at the Hunnel system going into White Crown, which I don't exactly know. We don't know exactly how that's laid out quite yet, though we do have maps. I would actually like to get a little bit more information then on this theater.
Okay.
Since I think that would be good. Putting on my best clothing, and I specifically want to see just you said that the gap between the Spire Garden Theater is not like jumpable. It's a little bit more sizable.
Yes.
Gotcha. I think that using my prep time to spend a bit of money so that I can get into the Spire Garden and poke around in there.
Okay. Yeah, totally. You gonna do that sneakily, or are you gonna face it?
I'm thinking I'm gonna face it. It's like, go into the theaters. Oh, need to use the ladies' room before the show starts.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So if you're just buying tickets to the show and you're just gonna go sneak in.
Yep.
You're
just gonna go buy a ticket. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you buy your ticket, and as you get into this opulent lobby, the Spire Garden Theater is probably the foremost location for entertainment in White Crown, potentially even all of Dusk Bowl. So it's very, very fancy. And after you get past the lobby, you find a gap to be able to sneak off. So go ahead and give me a prowl roll yourself. Or I guess you can decide what you want to use.
Because, yeah, I think that when you get right down to it, it's best to walk around like I kind of like I belong here, like wherever I'm walking.
I see where you're coming from. Okay,
yeah.
So which attribute or which skill do you want to use?
I think I would like to So I was actually hoping to use like study to scrutinize details about the place architecturally and see if anything is like amiss that we might be able to make use of.
Okay.
But if I need to sneak off first or like do something else, either
No,
like,
absolutely. In this game, you are the one who decides what skill to use. So
Yeah.
if you would like to use study to kind of figure out the architecture and be able to see any potential gaps in the building itself, yeah, go ahead and give me study then.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I'm just here being a. Is this what's my position here?
I think you just kind of like looking around and you're not being overtly sneaky. It's not like you're like what Cillian was doing and like sticking to the shadows and stuff. You're very much out in the open. You're just looking around as probably most other people would at a place this grandiose.
Yeah, just like, oh my god, look at it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that you are I'm going to say that this is controlled standard.
Oh, yeah. All right. Epic fail.
Really? Wow.
Damn.
Okay.
These dice hate us, man.
Mostly, you did roll a 5. It could have been worse.
That could have been much worse.
Fair. Yeah.
Okay. So with a failure, you are going to unfortunately not gather any information about the architecture as you are kind of pulled away by some other folks, some of the richer folks who kind of like see how you're dressed and everything, and they're like, "Oh, you're not a new face around here. Let's talk. I want to learn about you and like how you came to have all the money that you have and blah blah blah." So instead of being able to focus on the architecture, you are now drawn into a boring conversation with other rich people.
Oh no, meeting rich people. Thankfully, kind of good at this. I'm kind of okay at this, based on my background. But yeah, okay. So, sorry, got no information, everyone.
Wolf.
Big wolf.
Well,
I'm simply too beautiful. Just immediately they just leapt on me, and we're just like, oh, we want to talk to you.
live your delusion, babe. Anyways,
All right, Aesyr.
Two things. One, hi, Mopsy.
Oh, Mopsy's here.
Hey, Mopsy.
I had Mopsy up here, so you may want to fix the
Absolutely, I will do
overlay. And while you do that, I'll explain the kind of what I want to do. So I want to use social links to do rumors and whatnot, and kind of get through the social way of getting information about this event gathering, like what kind of party it is, who's gonna be there, like all sorts of questions like that. So I want to do social situations, and I'm also curious if I can use my Nirix, my the person that I have a good relationship with, the sex worker.
Okay.
Like, you know how we had to pick an ally and someone we're against. I picked Nirix. Is there any benefit of me getting some information from Nirix and see if they know anything?
I don't think you would get any die bonuses. But it would probably be safer than just going to somebody random and trying to get that information.
Yeah. And since I know them, would it be a consort role?
It would be consort, yes.
Okay, cool. So, what would position in effect? What would it be?
I think controlled standard.
All right. Heyo!
Heyo!
Finally.
All right.
Finally.
These wands are coming out for blood. Holy shit.
Yeah, no shit.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh yeah. This is a great start. So Aesyr, you go and meet with Nirix, and Nirix explains. She says, "Well, unfortunately, I do know a good bit about the Hollingsworths, or at least Maggie. She is currently, I think the party that she's throwing this time around, she's actually showing off some art pieces that she recently. Of course, you know, Maggie has underlying agendas when it comes to her parties. She lets everybody know that it's for them. Truthfully, she is also celebrating the death of her husband, at which everybody, it was no secret that she was trying to get one over on him. So only like close people know what the party's truly for. And it just so happens that, or may not be, having some people there to potentially offer the kind of services that I offer.
That we offer. I would like to remind you, both of us.
Yes, that we offer.
All right. One other question. You said Maggie's her name, Gil?
Yes.
Does
I believe that was the
Maggie
name
by
I gave you guys
chance
last
have...
session. Margaret Maggie.
Whatever. Close enough. Does Maggie have a new lover by chance? Like, would that be known?
It would not be known.
Like a new man, dare I say?
No.
Okay. Damn. So, I'm trying to think of any other questions. Open to suggestions, obviously.
Wait, what? I'm sorry. What? I was reading a thing.
I'm trying to figure out like kind of questions to ask my friend Nirix and like getting information from her from what she knows. The only ones that I had off the top of my head was and we got information is that it is technically an art party, but more things are happening underneath it, including the work that Nirix and I do, being sex work, being an aspect of it. As well as other like underlying things. And I also asked if Maggie had a new lover or like a new man or something like that, and did not get that information because no one would know. I'm trying to think if there's any other questions I could ask because I'm blanking on it.
Staffing. Is there a particular house they go through for staffing?
Yeah, sure.
That way you can, like, if you're gonna do your whole, if you decide to do the whole, we're chaperoning the kids that you're hiring, then you can either pose as that or be that even, or or whatever. I don't know.
So yeah, like the staffing, like is there already like information about the staff or anything about like I know that like they've been bringing in street urchins, and is there any information you may have on that by chance?
Oh, yes. That's one of the more deplorable aspects of Margaret. She likes to hire the urchins to basically be the staff. Although she has her own butlers and whatnot, she gets more enjoyment of having these kids bring her drinks and give the guests food, take their coats and all that stuff. Of course, they're always under the watchful eye of her actual staff. So yeah, and sometimes even uses them for less than humane, like his footstools. She's really an awful person.
I see.
I don't know how she finds them. She might just be having her butlers go out and offer money or whatever, promise to get them to come work for her for the night.
I see.
Okay. Yeah, you're making it very likable. Very probable for Aesyr to have beef with this woman for the rest of her life, as a side note.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see, stuff. I mean, I don't really know if there's any other questions I could get information about. Again, I'm open to suggestions. I guess, is there like anything that like, what about Maggie herself? Like, does she have like a favorite drink or a favorite present or gift or like, something of that nature?
Well, to further rub in how much money she has access to her own herb garden, and so her favorite drink is a mint julep.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
To be able to grow stuff in this place.
Oh, damn, yeah, we're not using mushrooms, I see.
Yeah. In this kind of setting, I feel like having an herb garden, quote unquote, as something grown for aesthetics and for like just stuff that you add to food as opposed to food itself to make fancier food, like that's kind of a flex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
more
massive
deplorable in
flex.
some kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. All right. I don't think I have any other questions off the top of my head, so.
All right. So then, Maddy, now that you have joined us, is there any information, or is there an gather information roll that you would like to make ahead of this heist?
I have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
You guys are about to go and do this job for the ghost. You are going to go steal his family heirloom brooch off of his still living wife who planned his assassination. And you're planning on going when she's having this big art party. And it's in White Crown, which is like the richest neighborhood in all of Duskfall. So the police presence is thick.
To be extra mega careful.
I just thought of something to ask her. God damn it. God, I was going to ask if there were any allergies.
Poopy.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just roll to ask for allergies. Oh, wait, I can't do that, can I?
Who are you asking though?
I don't know. I'm sorry. You're lucky. I could have had a few drinks and
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the hell's going on, to be honest. So let me see. So it's about this stupid rich lady no one likes.
Yep, nobody likes her.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Nobody
actually
likes her,
have
but we're trying to avoid killing in White Crown because it's going to be just the worst for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to steal her necklace.
Please. Outright killing her. I mean, yeah, but no one ever said we couldn't poison her.
Yeah, maybe
She likes
make them ill.
Kill her slowly.
There you go.
By the time that we're already gone, she would be dead.
Well, no. Also, too, we had discussed it too. We were like, the guy probably doesn't want her dead because then she'd just be a ghost like him, you know. So he's like, I just got rid of her. I don't want to have to deal with her. You know what I mean? Kind of thing.
Or she just got rid of me.
Right. As a suggestion, at least for Mopsy in general, we could spike a mint julep with not necessarily
that's
like
what
a
I
poison
wanted
to kill.
to. Well, that's what I was hoping originally, but since we can't kill, fine.
Well, no, not
You
all
can make her
poisons
ill.
necessarily kill.
I know.
You can make her incredibly sick.
Yes, but I wanted to kill. I had the intention to kill originally, but everyone
sure.
killing.
But like, you can also put her through a lot of pain, which is also as equally satisfying.
Just diarrhea, just all
That's
night.
what I was. That's funny. I was gonna say, time to just spike it with a bunch of fucking
laxatives.
Yes.
The turbo.
Yeah, essentially. Anyways, besides that, for prepping, I can't really think of anything.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like,
yeah, this is just you trying to gather some information, so when you guys do go into the actual prep phase, you have some bonus points towards you to make you start in a better position. So if there's any information that you would like to gather as far as this woman or where she lives.
Yeah, you could gather information about the place itself.
Which TV had already got the exterior of, and Catfish tried to get the theater next to it and failed horribly. For being too pretty, as she
Yeah,
says.
yes. I'm just
Suffering from
suffering.
success.
You could try a similar. We could do it like the equivalent of an attempt again. You could do a very
I mean,
similar thing
I'll
that.
say, if I wanted to do something, it would be to try and find out any allergies, because then I could use that to my advantage. But I don't really know who the hell I can ask.
Hmm.
I doubt the blood dealer I know would, for some reason, know who this woman is and know her medical records.
You could do research to like some kind of poison. See something that's like that would taste like a mint julep, like close enough to where it would make it to not like be that noticeable, right? Like
It wouldn't
something that you
alert
could spike.
anybody.
Yeah, like not necessarily like alert anyone or like or like it might just be like it tastes like kind of like a poorly made mint julep, you know? Like you could look into seeing if there's a poison like that would be effective in this. At least if that's what Gil's fine with. That's a suggestion, of course.
Yeah, it's literally whatever you want to do to get some information.
I tried looking up poisons that taste like mint, and now I think I'm on a government list. So
I've been having this issue with YouTube.
I don't know. I'm like literally 5 minutes away from a food coma, so I'm trying to gather my thoughts.
Sure.
Let me stop and think.
Your highest status study, right? Like for rolling wise?
No.
What was yours?
My highest stats are Tinker, Finesse, and Sway.
Oh yeah.
Tinker, Finesse. Okay.
Yeah, you could just roll Tinker to find out something you could use to spike their drink. If you want to do that.
Yeah, like Tinker to find like a recipe for it, you know?
I'm gonna
Like, it doesn't have to,
tinker with this safe over here to get to her medical records. Hold on, everyone.
Jeez.
Christ.
I mean, hang on a second. You say that, but like maybe those records are in a repository somewhere, and they just sort of like use Tinker to sort of go somewhere. I don't know.
Does the internet exist in Dusk Vault?
No.
No.
Damn.
No, sadly.
Can't look her up online on Facebook.
The internet does not
Times.
exist, but thankfully also HIPAA does not exist. So
Good old Dusk Book. I love Dusk
Ugh.
Book.
We'll have to go back to old-fashioned Twitter. Someone get me a carrier pigeon.
nice.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll just roll the Tinker, I guess. I don't to try and figure something out. I'm
Okay, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, no, perhaps just making a bit more of a tasteless diuretic might be a wise use of your tinkering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just using rat poison.
Well, we want
we want
people to
tastes
be
like.
we want people to be none the wiser.
Yes.
I mean, you could even like figure out how to make a
Okay.
bunch of it. Just
Rat
spike a bunch
poison
of
is
alcohol with
rat
beverages.
poison is usually very tasteless. It's just an emetic poison that makes you throw up almost instantly.
Oh.
So
Boy, you
don't
know.
ask me how I know.
We all know that now.
Noted.
Okay, so the position what would the position for the role be?
Risky standard.
Risky standard. Okay. And I don't have any modifiers, right?
No, not on this one.
Hooray.
Partial success.
Partial success.
Hooray.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, you do find out about a poison that is purely colorless, and it doesn't have a smell, but it is tasteless too. So you're good there. But I think the problem is going to be that it's going to cost you if you want to actually go off and get it. So I'm going to say it's going to cost a coin for you to procure this. Which, after tinkering around, it'd be easy enough to say, like, oh, you know where to go get it, and you spend the coin to go get it. But it will cost you that coin to get that poison.
How much of it does a coin get me? Just like enough for this one mission, or enough that I can save some to like reverse engineer it and then just make it myself after?
I think a coin would get you maybe 2 doses.
Perfect.
For what you're trying
Okay,
to
I'll
do,
do that. I have a
2
coin.
doses.
Wow.
I'm
Do we have
rich.
one?
I have a coin from our last heist because unlike everyone else, I save my money.
I don't remember spending it. That's why I'm asking, because I have 0.
I have one.
Cillian wasn't on the last job, so he doesn't have any money.
Oh, that's why.
That's
right.
why, yeah.
Yeah, that's why you don't
No.
remember spending it,
Aw,
because it's not the same
right.
character. Okay.
That
yeah.
is one of the
Fair enough, I
downsides.
support.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get to 20 coin and you're playing 2 different characters or swapping out, it's going to take twice as long.
To be fair, I'm most likely sticking with Aesyr. I just wanted to try it first.
Yeah. I'm just kind of speaking for myself. Like,
Yeah.
I
that's
might
fair.
flop back and forth between Cillian and Aesyr, and it might take a minute.
Okay,
How
I
dare we
took
not
the
have a
coin
shared
out of
wallet?
my fucking wallet, whatever the hell you want to call it, my coin purse. Yes.
There you go. All right. So yeah, you have 2 doses of this colorless, odorless, tasteless poison.
Rat poison. Simple rat poison. We've all been bamboozled.
You've been had. All right. You guys have all done your gather information rolls.
Oh.
So, sorry. Go ahead, TVHEADD.
I just had a thing I wanted to pitch to Deirdre. It's an idea for a thing, but not something that's set in stone. Like this is the plan. It's ideas for things. He suggests that the cops are crawling all over this part of town.
Yes.
So it might be good to have maybe some kind of distraction. There are I'm sure abandoned buildings or all over, people who buy property but don't really live in it.
Okay.
Maybe something happens at one of those properties and that draws the attention of the bluecoats, hopefully. Meaning in mechanical terms, maybe if needed, if necessary, spend stress, and this is a thing you planned ahead of time.
Okay. That's fine.
Food for thought.
Food for thought.
Yeah, I could think about that. I do like bright distractions.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
since it sounds like we're planning,
Yeah.
let's do the
The
planning
planning
part.
phase.
I was trying to keep it just vague enough to where it's like, this isn't planning, this is just a pitch.
We're in
Yeah,
that phase
suggestion.
anyhow.
Now
so-
we're
You guys are at that phase anyhow. So let's go ahead and decide which of the 6 plans that you are going to enact.
Right, I should have
Let's
this
see.
done.
Assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, and transport. Well, assault's right out. Occult's right out. Transport doesn't seem likely.
Assault's
maybe
already out.
Either deception,
Or
social,
social.
or stealth.
So what we know about this is that Miss Hollingsworth tends to be wearing the brooch whenever she's hosting a function.
Right.
So stealth probably not as easy.
Yeah, I don't know if any of us are so sneaky that we could pick that right off of her.
Bosom, essentially.
However, if she were vomiting and someone happened to be holding her hair and
Maybe, yeah.
maybe just taking the brooch off while they're holding the hair and patting her back, there.
If
that could be a
someone was seducing them and got close enough,
Yeah. That's
maybe
why I was asking
perhaps.
about the lover.
Yeah.
I think honestly, it's just gonna be deception. We're not really
Deception.
negotiating, bargaining, or persuading, so I think really it is just a deception mission. Since we're
Yeah.
manipulating and tricking mainly. Like, like distraction seal sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Classic
okay.
misdirection.
All right.
I really thought we were gonna be able to do an all out stealth mission. but I don't think that's gonna happen with this one.
Yeah, not with the just if there's gonna be a lot of people here.
Yeah, we'd have to we'd have to come by when the party's over, when they're like sleeping or something. Although,
Yeah.
do we have to come here when the party's going? How do people feel about that?
What happens after the party? Like, is there an after party or something?
Right, she's parties. Maybe she drinks a lot. Maybe she feels ill, exhausted, goes to bed.
But they might be on more high alert after the fact, after the lights are out.
That's
Yeah, I'll
also
say,
very
like,
very
in terms
true.
of
anything,
again,
I think-
there's a lot of guards around, and
Right, with people
whereas
coming
it
in.
would be exactly people
with
coming
people
and going.
We would kind of use that as our guys to get by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fair
I
assessment.
was personally thinking of having like Aesyr actually go in and kind of being a distraction of sorts.
Sure.
Since that's kind of how I've designed him to be.
Sure.
And so something of that nature. So I think it is probably deception, if anything.
Okay.
It would be really hard to stealth a fully filled mansion or manor.
Very fair. I just wanted to make sure that that's what we were wanting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's
we're
my
going
say on
deception.
it.
Yeah, deception.
All right, so
Yes,
we're going
for me.
deception. So your method of deception, I'm pretty sure you guys just kind of maybe mentioned it, but just if you guys want to flesh it out a little bit more.
Yeah, so there's obviously getting Aesyr in there. Deirdre had been considering Operation Uber Orphan, where we try to be the ones who are getting approached by her people to pick up a whole bunch of orphans, and then we deliver. We're like, okay, yeah, no, we'll take the money, and then we'll get them in there, and then we'll make sure they are quite quiet after on the leave, if you know what I mean.
Do you think if you showed up just showed up with a bunch of orphans like early in the day or before the party, and just be like, that's how we inserted this person?
Yeah, like they paid somebody else, and then we showed up with orphans instead.
Here's your orphans, like delivering a cake.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And then
God.
we have all of our urchins kind of in on things. Like, look, there's going to be a big payday coming for this. You just got to put up with it, and then we can coordinate a plan with them for like a big distraction or something.
Sure.
And then whoever they actually went to go out and pay for the orphans that they were actually trying to get can take the fall for whatever goes wrong here.
Potentially.
That's fair. I'll say it was like one of her staff. Most likely, we don't have this concrete evidence.
Yeah.
Most likely, it was one of her staff doing it. So.
So I see multiple vectors of getting in. I'm more of a second story person, so I'm probably gonna try and get there from the theater.
Okay.
And that way I can have more gear on me and be able to, you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
It'll look suspicious if I have too much gear.
Quick question before I forget. For the loadout, we have an additional 3, right?
Additional 2.
2. I couldn't remember. I know we had a bonus. I just couldn't remember how much. Thank you.
Yep.
So
I had to ask that beforehand because I'm looking at the stuff like I'm gonna have to have like fine clothes and jewelry sort of shit. So
yeah. So if you have a light load, you have 5, which is decent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give myself I think like a normal, which would be 7, which is pretty good.
So how you guys doing this?
Is there a
plans.
is there a way that we have to we've decided on deception. Is there a specific thing we have to say?
The method of deception.
Method of deception.
Is it the lure, trick, or manipulate right there?
Yeah.
Or
no, it's how you're going to lure, trick, or manipulate.
how.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha, gotcha.
So like stealth is the point of infiltration, or the point of assault is the point of attack.
Yeah.
Detail the method of
Yeah, gotcha,
deception.
gotcha, gotcha. I see.
Yeah.
So method of deception.
Because yeah, we're in many ways just trying to like make ourselves invited inside one way or another.
We could swap it out with a fake. We could take while ill. We could what other ways could we get our hands on that thing through deception? To lure her, we could like under false pretenses, some kind of get her to away from the thing and just straight up take it from her, like, and then like tie her up or something. I don't know, like.
Oh yeah, I mean, I
We
think.
could also like, as a suggestion.
Go ahead.
I think honestly, we could do kind of a combination, like where we could talk about like spiking a mint julep to be a make her throw up, right? We could do a combination of that and luring her away to like help her, and then do that.
Yeah.
That's also an option.
So the first, yeah. So it's kind of a mostly a luring them away by getting them sick. That's the distraction. And then you try to finesse it off of them. And if you can't finesse it off of them, the last ditch effort is, okay, well, we're taking this now. But that is because that's also a face-to-face interaction, so you want to be super careful.
Absolutely, because here's the thing: like, if all of a
That'd be
sudden
like,
all of a
yeah,
sudden the
but
lady of the mansion gets sick, it's like, oh, actually, I happen to be apothecary by trade. I just happen to be here at this party.
That could be a thing.
I come from a wealthy family, but it's important. It's important to know how to do these things, sort of thing. There is that kind of tricking,
Right.
But I think in terms of the deception for getting in, I think is what we really need to settle on, rather than.
I will. I was looking through my items really quickly. I have a thing that I'm always having on me called trance powder. And it essentially what it does is it induces an ultra mental state. The victim of this powder is not fully unconscious, but rather retreats into a calm, suggestible mental state similar to hypnotism.
There you
That's
go.
something else we also have. Like
Okay.
we
Yeah.
spike it and then we help her, and then we use that on top of it as well. That's also a thing. So I think it's like luring her away through sickness and then getting it from her either through like sleight of hand or using the trance powder to get her out, or something of that nature.
Okay.
I could see that.
All right. Sounds like you guys have settled on how you're going to pull this off for the most part.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So then from here, we will do our item loadouts.
Okay.
So we'll just start with Cillian. Cillian, what loadout are you taking?
We're just declaring
Yep.
light, normal, and heavy.
Yep.
I am going to declare a normal load, giving me 7 total. I'm always considered to have my fine lockpicks and a silence potion vial, which is a vial that dampens sound within a radius for several moments.
Great. Aesyr.
I think I'm gonna do light, so that gives me 5.
Mhm.
And 2 I know I'm already gonna get, since I'm going in fine clothes like I'm not changing. I'm gonna take 1 fine clothes in the fine disguise kit. Don't you do 2? Well, whatever. Fine disguise kit and clothes. Is anyone else going to be in there with me? Could I use it on them as well?
Deirdre will probably be in there with you.
Will Doc Holly also be in there with me?
Yeah, the three of
It's
y'all
my
can go
damn poison. I ain't handing it over.
Yeah, three of y'all can go as
I paid a coin for that poison. Thanks.
so.
Okay.
You can go all
That-
three of y'all as guests
Fair enough.
together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was mainly asking because if it's like the fine clothes and jewelry, then it'd be good to know if that applies to more than just me.
I think it applies to just you. There is a way that you can like maybe spend a flashback like once we get started to say, yeah, by the way, I went shopping and got some nice clothes or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did their makeup,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're
Or they're,
going with a light load.
Yeah, or they're
Light load, yes.
or they're a little more shabbier than you because they're your help. You brought your people with you. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll figure it out when we
Yeah.
get there. Okay,
Yeah.
light load at
Right.
the end.
Deirdre.
I think Deirdre's also going to go light load since light load is 5 for us right now, right? So like,
Sure.
because of our upgrades. So, I just spilled some White Claw. 1 second.
Oh no.
No, not the White Claw.
On my desk mat. Oh fuck.
Some college girl in the world just lost her shit because of that.
Every time you spell a White Claw, and a college girl has a breakdown.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Okay, there we go. I'm good. I'm gonna wipe it up.
Maddie, what loadout are you taking?
We have that one perk, right? That makes us so, like we get to carry 2 extra.
Yeah, 2 extra.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like light is 5, medium is 7, and I don't know about heavy.
So
but
I'm
you
gonna go
probably-
light.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring, obviously, I always bring a blowgun, darts, and syringes with me, and a spirit bane charm. You never know. God forbid those demons come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then
Although I believe in science, but
and then the
fine.
rest of the stuff we figure out while we're there.
Yeah.
So, okay, and then I wait. So I
You don't
Wait,
have to
what?
name anything else until you want
Oh,
to use it in the
okay.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that's
Oh, well, I mean,
italicized, you automatically have on you.
yes, I know.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Those
Yeah.
are the 2 italicized
light
things.
load.
The light load.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's talk the engagement roll.
Yay.
All right. Let's talk. Is this operation particularly bold or daring? I would say so. You guys are
Absolutely,
you guys are entering into probably the highest security, richest part of town. So that would normally earn you a die. Is this operation overtly complex or contingent on many factors? There's you guys being able to get your way into this rich people party. There is the factor of you guys being able to poison her drink, being able to get her away from everybody so you can take it. There's a lot of points to where this could succeed or fail. So that would just cancel out that die.
Yeah.
So you guys are currently still starting with 1 die for sheer luck. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're the weakest? I believe so, because you guys found out what her favorite drink is, and therefore you're able to poison her.
And not only that, we're going during a time where there's many people coming and going, so people being there was not too strange.
Right, exactly. So I'll give you a die for that as well. I don't think that she would have... she's not strongest against getting poisoned. And really the only defenses in preparations that they have is just her personal staff. So you guys are currently at 2D. And then can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? Well, that happened already with Nirix.
Yeah, I already did that.
Yeah,
bitch.
so you guys are going to get another die for that.
Hell yeah.
You guys are
You're
up to
welcome.
3. Are any enemies or rivals interfering with the operation? I don't believe so. I think this is just you guys.
Yeah, I don't think the lamp blacks are here as much as we've been fucking with them. Thankfully, they're not here.
Right. So that's where that is. And then the other elements that we might want to consider, I would like to direct your attention to back to the description of White Crown itself.
Yeah.
And let me just do the big zoomies in here. And this paragraph right here in particular, most engagement roles suffer negative 2D due to heavy blue coat patrol. So that takes your guys from 3D all the way back down to 1.
You wolf.
Well, I saved you from being a 0, so
Yeah, it saved you from rolling 2 die and taking the lowest.
Yeah.
So
And operations against the nobility and White Crown are considered on hostile turf for the purpose of generating heat. We'll talk about that once done.
Okay.
So for now, we have an engagement roll to make, and I will.
Big money, no whammy.
1 die engagement. And let's see how you guys do. Anybody want to blow on the die before I roll it?
I already prayed to do it. God damn it!
Are you fucking
This is
kidding
what I
me?
get for praying.
I honestly, like, if it looks bad, maybe we should just abort, like, and do it on another night. Like, is that allowed?
No, because the engagement, we're en medias res, so like we've already got in and it's already gone wrong.
I demand a redo.
Is there a way to reroll, like count, like take stress or anything like that?
I don't think so. Not for engagement rolls.
Woof.
God damn it!
Let's go!
You
it
guys
had to
are.
be this mission.
Y'all ready
guys
to
are
roll some new
in
characters?
there. All right, let
Okay.
me just pull up the thing about the engagement rolls. Yeah, you're in a desperate situation when it starts. It assumes the PCs are approaching the target as intelligently as they can. Yeah, we're kind of past that. All right, so with your desperate situation, I'm going to say that you guys are already in the party somehow. Maddy, Deirdre, and Aesyr are already in the party, and Cillian, you are on the roof of the Spire Garden Theater, because that's where you said you would like to be.
Yeah.
But the problem is that I think somebody said something about Deirdre kind of being like the one who's up front, and then bringing Maddy and Aesyr as kind of like their quote help.
Other way around. Aesyr is the upfront one.
Aesyr's
They've got the fine clothes, the disguise kit. And
yes.
stuff.
Okay. So Aesyr is the main guest, and then Maddy and Deirdre are their help. So what's happening now is that somebody has figured out that Aesyr is not who they said they were, and now you guys, the three of you, have a good bit of the party's guests kind of looking at you in the scene that one of the other nobles has caused. And action.
I'm calling racism. I'm Tyke Rosie. This is racism. Damn.
I have a thing to pitch to you if you'd like.
I like the racism card.
You could do that. You could do that. If this, if you don't like this pitch, so the idea is maybe through social deduction, you sort of see who amongst this rabble who is kind of making a deal about you has the most sway, I guess. Take them aside and say, yeah, due to the nature of my job, your job, you know what your job is, and you know what you would normally do at a party like this. Due to the nature of my job, I was told to be discreet, and that's why I'm saying who I am. But like, if you want me to just say out loud to everybody here what I'm supposed to be, what I'm here for, and like what I'm entertaining, sure, we can do that. Or you could like tell this person to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So essentially it comes down to Aesyr. How do you handle, I'm going to say it's this older gentleman who has kind of like, as they have been talking to you, it's that thing where their eyes just keep getting narrower and narrower. And then eventually they put 2 + 2 does not equal fish, and they are now calling you out. And the people around you, like it's not everybody at the party, it's just kind of the people that are in close proximity where the 4 of you are standing.
Okay.
They didn't hear like any of the lies or anything, but they do hear this older guy calling you out, and there are people who are looking over like, what's going on with this, and now there's eyes on you.
Joy. Okay. You said it's an older guy?
Yeah.
Well, okay, with Duskfall in general, is like racism approved of? Or is it like, if this happens, it's like, whatever, because it's the rich?
That's kind of where I was leaning, is with the rich, it's kind of whatever. If it was a different part of town, it'd probably be a different story.
I had a feeling that was the case. God. I guess the damn. What was that, like, my job, your job thing, TV head? You said that
because you're a sex worker, and so you basically not tell that person directly, but tell like one of the other people listening, like among who is listening here, find the person who seems to have the most clout, and take them aside very quickly and say, look, this is what I'm kind of here to do. And I was told to be discreet, which is why I lied when coming in and saying who I am. The reason that doesn't match up is because, I'm not supposed to be, you know what I mean? I'm not supposed to be talking.
My presence is supposed to be known as a sex worker, is not supposed to be known as a sex worker. Got it.
Right. I was told to be discreet. And so, like, that's why I said I was who I was. And that's why I am not who I am, obviously. But if you want, I can just say that out loud, like, and tell people what I'm really here for, if you like.
Yeah, if you want to make problems for the lady.
If you want to make problems for the lady, sure. But if you want to,
like, sway them, dare I say?
If you want to sway, exactly. There you go.
Like, intimidate them, essentially.
Yeah, kind of. But if you want things at the party to go nicely, maybe just tell this guy to shut up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do something like that, Gil.
Okay.
So if I look around, who would be like the best person to say this to, I guess, is a good question to ask.
So
or would it just be the gentleman himself?
So the funny thing is the gentleman that you are talking to is wearing this very noble, like, military attire. He's got all of these, like, medals strapped to the breast of his suit. So you could assume that he was like a high-ranking member of the Imperial Army.
Oh, joy. Okay.
I guess
He's currently not friendly with you at the moment.
Feelings mutual, but we're not going to say that. Shit. I don't think it would work on him, is the thing.
I mean, am I, like, people...
Is that a risk worth taking?
Yeah, because otherwise... What do you do? You're just like, cheese it, and you just take off, like...
This is noble society. Decorum and whatnot is important. So you can... It's all about forcing each other to play the game.
And on top of that, like, these are rich people. They have affairs and all kinds of torrid things they're doing. Like, I'm sure this guy knows all about that.
Fair enough. I think I'm gonna do it then. I'm gonna try to sway him and be like, hey, my job, you're right, that isn't my job. I'm actually here for some other work, and preferably, I don't think we should be saying that sort of stuff out loud, huh? I'm sure that would be such a wonderful thing for this party tonight, right?
Okay.
Roughly, word it better. But
so are you doing this in the middle of this crowd, or are you taking him to the side to kind of explain this?
Yeah, kind of whisper in his ear, I guess.
I want to try to take him to the side.
Okay.
Yeah, if I may.
Yeah,
so, if I may.
Yeah, if you want to, you can like grab onto like the arm of his jacket and like kind of pull him to the side.
Yeah.
All right. So that means that leaves Maddy and Deirdre still left in the middle of the crowd.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead and resolve your thing. We'll say that you pull him like behind one of the pillars in this grand. It's basically a ballroom if you want to think about it that way.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so you pull him kind of behind one of the pillars, and you give him the business. Let's see how that goes for you. Yeah, I'm gonna say your position is it's desperate.
Desperate.
Yeah.
Thank God I finally get one of those points, I guess.
And this is going to be for limited effect.
Wolf.
All right. Hey, what's that stress thing you have to do?
Oh, to negate a bad outcome, you take 6 stress, and then you roll, and I think it's one of your attributes to lessen the amount of stress that you take from it.
It's the strongest one, right?
I believe so.
Because I think you thought it was the weakest last time. And then
the
you were
weakest
wrong.
one is for your vice.
Yeah.
For Vice, yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. So I'm rolling resolve.
Yep, you would roll
and
resolve.
taking 6 stress.
6 minus
1,
whatever
2,
you roll.
3. Right. Okay, cool.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
No stress. Okay.
All right. Okay. So
You know, I'm fine with this.
So I'm gonna say that he's not gonna try to get you kicked out. You do get your point across that you did lie, and your real reason is that you're here as a sex worker. But he still, his disdain does not lessen. He is just going to kind of like give you like the up and down look, and you'll see his face kind of twist into one of disgust. And then he unhands himself from you and just kind of storms off back to the party. So you can kind of assume that dude's going to be keeping an eye on you for the rest of the night.
Gotcha.
But
Fair enough.
But you didn't. It wasn't the worst outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's go to Cillian, who's still stuck on the roof of the Spire Garden Theater when all this is going down.
I guess could I, for a 0 stress flashback, say I came back later at maybe at night when it's easier for me to be prowling and nobles to not be watching, and he scoped out the rooftop of the theater and looked at the angle, and while it's not easy to go from the rooftop to the rooftop, that there was a balcony on like the 3rd floor to a terrace that he could jump from and to that instead.
Well, the problem with the distance is that it's not jumpable.
It's not jumpable at all.
No.
Oh, right. You said zip line.
Zip line.
Yeah, you could do that.
Then yeah, he can set up a zip line from the theater to like the 3rd floor. Then I guess.
Or like climbing gear or something like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that sneaking around probably wouldn't be a big issue, but you are packing the. Are you doing this the night of and setting up this zip line?
Right. Like yeah. It would be like yeah. I don't know what you have to do for a 0 stress flashback. How detailed it is, or.
0 stress is something. 0 stress flashback is something that can be an action for which you had an easy opportunity.
Okay.
But like a complex action or unlikely opportunity would be a 1 stress, and 2 or more stress is an elaborate action that involves special opportunities or contingencies.
Yeah, I'll say I'll take a 1 stress and say that yeah, he showed up just a little earlier than everyone else and set up a zip line ahead of time.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you can go ahead and take that stress, and we can say that the zip line is on top of the theater, ready for you to take over to the mansion.
Okay, cool. So zzz,
Yep.
he goes over.
You zzz over. And you're landing on the 3rd floor balcony, you say?
Third floor terrace, some kind of in the shadows.
All right, yeah. So you land, and as you peer in through the windows of this terrace, you see that you actually have landed outside of what you could assume to be her bedroom. It's this massive bedroom.
Oh wow. Okay. I will I guess to check the window for any kind of countermeasures, would you say that that is a prowl check or a finesse check?
I think if you're trying to stealthily look for this stuff, it would be prowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to double check. I don't want to just get right into picking the locks.
Yeah, because that would be. I feel like there would be other actions that would suit that better.
Okay. All right, then yeah, let me do prowl to risky standard or.
I think I think for you it would be risky, and yeah, risky standard for you.
Okay.
Nice.
No, success.
All right. Hell yeah.
Yeah. What you notice is that on the windows themselves, you see that there is a small security alarm that that leads up from the base of the window. So like even if it's open to cracked, it goes off.
Okay. Let's see. If I do, I guess, burglary gear, can I have the equipment necessary to bypass that without setting things off?
I would say that that's a possibility.
Okay, I'll expend burglary gear. So now he takes out a little like I guess we'll say in this case it's like a wire to a sensor, and he bypasses the sensor to where he's going the full height and extension of the window that's there, so that it's like a jumper essentially. So it still makes contact. So when he opens it, it'll be bypass that sensor.
Okay. And how are you going to do this?
Burglary gear and I guess finesse, is that, or prowl?
Finesse would probably work here better.
Finesse is probably better. Okay. Please.
Partial success. Okay. So what I'm going to say is that you're able to make this bypass happen, but you know that the moment that you take that wire away from the sensor, it's going to go off. So you're going to have to leave that part of your burglary gear there.
It'll be a visible thing.
Yeah, it'll be visible, and you won't be able to use it on future windows.
Inside or future like windows or sensors are the things that I would use to bypass it. Okay. Yeah. So I guess he kind of tamps down the piece of wire to kind of as best he can to make it look like it, belongs there, so it's not like immediately obvious. But yeah, like I guess he's got to leave this piece of gear there. That's the complication. So now raises window, goes in.
All right. Yeah. And like I said, you're in the middle of this massive bedroom. It's one of those like California king size beds with the canopy over top. Massive armoire, lots of paintings and just other fancy furniture all about this bedroom.
Okay. I start, my job is to try and get as much liquid as I can, and also if there is some sort of large vault, my job is to try and locate that if it's in here, and get as much as I can while they are doing their work on getting the charm.
Okay. I'm going to leave you there.
Yeah.
And we are going to cut over to Maddy and Deirdre, and this is taking place like right after Aesyr pulls away that important military figure. What are the two of you doing? Because the people who were immediately around you saw Aesyr drag that guy off. and now you kind of have like a few eyes on you guys as well.
So Deirdre's going to play like, okay, yeah, this was gonna happen, and she's going to make a big show of like big eye roll, like big like teenager eye roll at the situation beyond the pillar. And then she is going to scan the crowd for any of the rich people she talked to at the theater the other night.
Ooh, I like that.
Very nice.
That's very good. All right. Yeah, you know what? I think this is going to just be a straight out fortune roll.
All right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that roll for you.
Do it.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunately, none of them are here. I'm the only one here.
All right, all right. If any of my Pathfinder players are watching right now, this is proof that Foundry does not favor me.
No.
I want this shit. I want this shit fucking like documented that the dice don't like. The die don't like me either sometimes.
I mean, I would venture to say that yeah, it doesn't like anybody, and I hate the digital dice on this. They always roll bad.
Well, the other
When you
option
want
is
them
for
to.
you guys to like have physical die with a camera pointed down at your dice tray.
Or
You gotta
we
pay
could
for the
use a
dice
different
'cause I
dice
don't got
roller.
that.
We use a different dice roller. There's lots of digital dice rollers.
I'll work on it.
No, I like to be at the mercy of the system that I'm playing.
Oof.
You know,
That's valid.
So yeah, so there. Unfortunately,
it
there's
hurts.
nobody here from the theater.
theater, none present. I'm going to then turn to Holly. Like, I'm gonna grab Master a drink, and I'm going to. I assume there are like staff and/or urchins with trays,
Yeah.
and just to like grab drinks and then kind of start like blending back into the crowd and making my way. Like I'm carrying a few drinks and bringing them to people.
Okay.
Bringing them to my homies. I want to get like the eyes that were around like off of me,
Yeah.
and
okay.
then start keeping an eye out for the lady of the house.
All right. All right. Yeah. No, that sounds good. So Doc Holly, what are you doing?
Making a face of disgust at what Deirdre just said to her. Before just being like, I'm going to the bathroom. And then just goes to the bathroom.
Gotta powder your nose.
Gotta go powder your
Yeah.
nose. Get that good old toilet coke.
All right.
Yeah.
So you take off for the bathroom. Is there anything in particular you want to do while you're walking or when you get there?
No, not yet.
Okay. Fair enough. You're just disappearing out of view. Okay. Then we'll say that Aesyr, you come back and Deirdre has procured a tray with some drinks on it.
What kind of drinks? That's the real question.
Yes, are any of them minty smelling? Do I know what mint smells like? I would know. I'm an apothecary.
Yeah,
technically.
Yeah.
I might not know what
Maybe
it smells
rare.
like.
Yeah, I would say that at least that one of the drinks would be a mint julep. Maybe there's a couple of glasses of whiskey. He seems to have a pretty good selection of different things.
Mm-hmm.
So you could even have a glass of wine on that tray if you wanted to.
Perfect. Wine is more Deirdre's speed. However, I don't want Aesyr to just be standing around without a drink. So actually, I'm gonna swing back around to Aesyr.
Okay.
Give a drink. Like I don't know where Holly went.
That sounds about right. Okay. I'm gonna take that glass of whiskey you have on the tray and just like I don't know how big it is, just drinks the whole thing and puts it down. Just like no face made because even though like it's gross as fuck, Aesyr knows to have like a straight face while drinking because Aesyr's not a little bitch. And yeah, just be like this full on like took the drink, set it down. Just like okay.
We need to find the lady. We need to get this mint julep to Holly to get it to the lady. So I guess. Screw it. I'm gonna go try to follow. I'm gonna go try to follow her. We've got the drink now. No one
Yeah.
in their right mind is gonna take the lady's favorite drink.
Would you have maybe either of you have
Ooh.
heard them plainly say like, "I'm gonna go to the bathroom"?
But Deirdre had already left, so and Aesyr was still emerging from behind the pillar.
Mhm.
So
Poop.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I don't think either of you guys would have seen which way Doc Holly went.
So okay, well, if I see the lady, then I guess we'll try to just keep an eye on her, and otherwise make nice with people. Let's blend in and try to figure this out. We can't do anything until we find her.
Okay.
And I'm like, and for God's sake, like, at least keep the glass in hand. You can't. That way, more people will come up to you and like refill you. You can't be at a function like this without a drink.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have Aesyr just pick it up and just look at you and be like, "Good luck finding her." Just like walking off on their own way to see if they can find someone that they know to make small talk with, because I'm sure Aesyr has a connection. Or like, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna see if I know anyone and make small talk.
We
And
know
keep
all
an
these
eye out.
Oh my gosh.
Not necessarily just the not all the urchins, but Aesyr's a sex worker. Aesyr's a sex worker. We need to remember that, and that doesn't mean it's just the lowly people. I might have had a client in this room as we speak.
Deirdre just assumes all urchins know each other. It's just a thing she believes.
Do you think we speak to each other in a secret tongue?
Yeah, that's what she thinks.
I mean, honestly, with Morrigan, that might actually be a thing. Who knows?
Right.
Aesyr, I'm gonna do a
We made a
fortune
new-
roll for you too to see if there is anybody here that you would recognize.
Yeah, I have a feeling a low chance the universe hates me, but let's see.
Wow, nice.
You know
Well-
everybody and have known
I've
everybody.
fucked so many men in this room.
Jeez. I'm gonna say that you not only do you find that there is another sex worker that you might have crossed paths with before, but you do recognize some of your clientele in here.
Okay. They probably wouldn't like me to be seen necessarily with them, but I might make small talk with one of the other sex workers.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe even Nirek, who fucking knows. Who knows,
Yeah,
honestly.
you actually just took the words right out of my mouth, because you rock up and you actually spot Nirix across the crowd.
Is she talking to anyone?
Yeah, at the moment she seems to be entertaining a couple of the younger nobles who are there, like early 20s. They're dressed really like pompously and stuff, and you can tell from the look in her eye that she's like she's already had her fill of this conversation.
I'm gonna walk up to her and say, "Oh my god, Nirix, it's been so long," and like go to hug her.
She hugs you back and she says, "Oh my god, thank you," and pulls away and says, "Oh, I haven't seen you in an age. We have to catch up." And then she immediately grabs your hand and pulls you away.
Nice.
Then we walk away, like a hand in arm sort of thing.
Yeah.
Almost.
And as the two of you are walking, she said, "I knew you were in. What are you doing here? I didn't know you were on the guest list."
I found my way in.
No,
You know how we are.
Now that can only mean that you're up to no good.
You know it.
Should I run now then, or?
If it makes you feel better, Father's not involved.
I guess that does make me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What are you doing here? What do you need? I mean, I'm in your debt since you pulled me away from those assholes.
Call it even for helping me out earlier with some information.
Sure. Fine with me.
Are there people dancing?
Yeah, there's people dancing.
I'm gonna look at Nirix and like, may we have a dance?
Mhm.
Just to like make it look like I'm a part of the group,
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And Nirix just kind of flashes a knowing smile, and you guys start dancing.
I have a feeling this is something we've probably done before,
Oh,
like dance,
for
so
sure.
we actually have some level of experience with it.
For sure.
Like not necessarily like high society dancing, but enough of a dance that has like enough of like footwork and like we just fluidly work together, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. So then, Deirdre and Maddy, is there anything that the two of you would like to do before we cut back over to Cillian to see what he's up to?
Have I managed to get eyes on the lady of the house yet?
I think that's gonna require a roll. There's a lot of people.
Yeah. I don't know. Can I study? Scrutinizing details. Trying to pick a face out from the crowd.
I mean, we've seen the brooch, right? Like we've seen a picture of it.
That would be good too. Yeah.
I don't think you guys have. I think he just told you about its existence. I don't think he showed you a picture of it.
Did he describe it?
I mean, you could also just look around and see
Yeah.
if there's anyone with a fancy ass brooch. So
I'm sure he would have described it too.
Yeah, at the very least. But if I could, maybe I can flash back to when he described in detail the.
Yeah, that's an
brooch.
easy enough zero stress flashback because you guys were already talking to him. You flash back to your guys' original meeting and in Night Market, and Grant Hollingsworth, the ghost, he says, it's rather ornate. It's a large ruby that is surrounded. The facet itself is twin dragons that form the outside, and it's in silver with the certain scales are gold.
Good. All right, that is quite distinctive.
It's very distinctive.
It is, after all, a heirloom of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, Deirdre's gonna be like walking around with her wine glass and mint julep glass, and she's going to be keeping an eye out for that, taking in the details.
Okay.
So, study.
I think that there would be one that works a little bit better for like being able to, for seeing around and just kind of in general, gathering information about your surroundings.
Like there's survey and there's study.
I think survey would probably be the better fit here.
Okay.
how's your survey stat?
Nothing. No surveys.
I had a feeling.
She's very nose in book and or flame. Not much one for her surrounding. So is this risky standard?
Yes, I would say risky standard for this.
All right. Looking for that brooch.
Oh.
Woof.
Fuck.
Woo!
Damn.
Can't see it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that you just lose this opportunity. I think you just don't see that brooch in the crowd.
Yep.
It does extend our timeline. Like, I mean, like, we have to keep looking for it.
Yep, we just got to keep looking for it.
Yep. Doc Holly, is there anything that you would like to do at this point? Have you returned from the bathroom?
No, I'm still in the bathroom. But I'm preparing. Because I'm smarter than everyone else here, especially that stupid sex worker.
Don't you dare, fat bitch. Damn.
Oh, God.
Whoa!
Nah. Nah.
Two of the
Do not
things
diss on sex workers in
I
this house.
brought because I'm smarter than everyone else.
Uh-huh.
And I just needed to walk away. And what's the best place to to do shit. The most private room in the entire house, a
Naturally.
bathroom.
Naturally.
So I have my subterfuge supplies, which is, makeup kit, some blank documents for me to forge with, costume jewelry, all that shit.
Okay.
Nice.
Like, I'm gonna look official, bitch. Get out of here with that, Y'all bitches just walking in. Aesyr's costume over here is fucking child's play.
These are
This is the real thing.
clothing. Uh-huh.
Alright,
Real.
Yeah, your jewelry that's gonna make your neck green. Uh-huh.
So you're basically doctoring yourself to make you look more
Oh,
official.
hell yeah. But not
Like
just
people on
that.
here, essentially.
I also have documents with me
Okay.
for a registry of the nobility
Oh.
and shit like that. So people will be like, oh, what's this? And I'll be like, bitch, I know all this info on your ass.
Oh my
Don't
gosh.
try me.
do you want to spend a flashback to maybe either procure or forge those documents?
Well, it says it's just an item that I have.
You had to get it somehow.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah, let's look into this real quick because
It says a collection of slim volumes on a variety of topics, including a registry of the nobility, city watch commanders, and other notable citizens.
oh, so
Blank
Oh.
pages, a
the
pile of ink,
documents.
a pen,
Yeah.
and a number of interesting maps.
Okay.
okay, so yeah, you just have that shit. All right,
Yeah, I do, bitch.
that's good. That's very good. Okay, no, that's fine. All right, yeah. So you're making yourself look a little bit more official, and you've kind of you're kind of looking over your documents to see if you can sniff out anything.
And that's when I return to the party, and no one's gonna know who the fuck I am. Who's that bitch? Who is that bitch serving cunt? Oh, they don't know. I'll walk past Aesyr, and they ain't gonna fucking recognize Holly. They'll be like, the hell?
Probably because I've only known you for like 3 days, but live your truth.
But also, yeah, sure.
Yeah, there is that. All right. So yeah, you reemerge from the bathroom and you are unrecognizable, at least to your fellow party members, who, again, you've only known for a few days at this point.
Are looking for you. By the way, we're looking for you.
I know.
Okay.
Is there anything else you would like to do now that you've rejoined the party?
I guess I should go and find my stupid friends or whatever I call them.
All right. Yeah,
love
it's
you
easy.
too,
It's easy to
Mopsy.
see that Deirdre is just kind of milling around, and you see that Aesyr is currently dancing with somebody.
Time for me to approach Deirdre and take the mink julep out of their hands and be like, "A drink for me, thanks." And then act all nonchalant, like I don't even know who the hell they are.
All right,
Perfect.
that's half of my fucking job here today.
Yeah.
But
But
cool.
the question is, do you recognize that that's Doc Holly?
Can I roll survey again?
Yeah, you know what? Go for that. Yeah.
I'd be offended if you didn't.
Nope, fail.
No.
Fail.
Wow.
So in your brain, some stranger
You
just
just
rocked
make a
up,
whole
swiped the mint julep out of your.
Oh
your
wait,
hand.
we're supposed to be marking stuff down whenever we fail, right?
It's when you. I think so. I know it's
Desperate action.
Desperate actions. That's right.
Okay, so that would be the rolls we did at the beginning, right?
Monster of the week is when you fail.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, XP is every time you roll a desperate action, mark XP in that action's attribute, which
Yeah.
I just need to do. So
Yes,
I don't.
yeah,
What did I
Aesyr.
fail? I
Oh,
don't remember.
I guess all of my stuff's been mostly risky standard. I guess not
And
desperate.
Aesyr, your desperate roll. I think it was in sway.
Way? Yeah, and then you burn stress,
Right.
and then manage to resolve it entirely. Thankfully.
So that's good.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
no stress taken. Also, as a side note.
Yeah, really nice.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I realized I forgot to mark it down.
Yeah. So Deirdre,
Good, good.
the stranger just rocks up and takes the mint julep off your tray and walks off.
So, okay, I guess I have to go find another mint julep to eventually approach the madame with. fuck?
I would. Can
So
you just give them
now
a bone and like let them know that you're?
that would not be in character
no.
for Holly,
Well,
honestly.
or like look in the bank or something.
I mean,
Oh, like
I
okay.
grabbed the drink to fucking because I have the emetic poison.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Like I have to poison, and then I'm gonna put it back on the tray. Like I can't
Well, just to let them
be
know that-
standing there. I feel like walking around. Like I feel like maybe I have it like in a flask, like the poison in a flask. Like,
Right.
People
I'm
think
just-
it's just.
Okay.
it's
I was just saying,
poison.
hopefully to help coordinate with your fellow heister.
No. Don't worry. And then because I mean, when Holly goes to put it back on the tray, wouldn't Deirdre be like, "What the fuck? Who are you?" And be like, "You idiot! Don't you know who I am?"
It's like, no, motherfucker.
I was like, then just like whisper them, "It's Holly, you twat." And keep going. After
Oh.
walk back into like the crowd and start chatting with the crowd.
Yeah, she just gives you like this gormless stare, and you're just like, is this bitch serious?
Pulls out a fucking syringe out of nowhere that no one else sees. Ah.
So if you're gonna just grab the drink, walk off, and dump the flask of stuff into it, and then you're gonna go back.
Do I need to roll for that? Is that a roll?
If you would like to do it in a sneaky manner,
Well, yeah, I mean, if I have it in a flask, like an actual, like,
that
like
is
you know,
true. If you have it in
like-
a flask,
like
Could
people
take
are
it
like,
back to the
"Oh,
rec
look at this!
room.
you're just-
Like, look at
you're-
this!
you're-
Ew!"
for all anybody else would know, you're probably just doctoring your own drink.
Yeah. It's like, oh, they're going
I mean,
even
yeah,
harder.
like-
I feel like
Although-
if you use a syringe to apply the poison, then
Well,
people
yeah,
would.
obviously that's what. So
I
Yeah.
mean,
I have a literal
I could-
flask. I'm just unscrewing and.
Yeah,
I-
totally.
I kind of just understood it as like the dose was like in like a little vial or something. So that's what I was thinking it would be. It's just like you open it and put it in and then close it.
I mean, to be fair, probably because we can't give a lethal dose, because even lethal doses of emetic poisons can still harm you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are lethal doses of things that are supposed to have their countermeasures.
All right.
Fair enough.
So yeah, so that all happens. You can take the flask out. You pour a portion of the poison in, and you walk back, give the drink back to Deirdre, reveal who you really are, and then just dip.
I
Just
mint
like, oh.
juleps. I hate mint juleps. Walk away. Wink.
Wait. Oh.
There it is. There's the bone.
There it is.
Hey, but-
Holly just had to have her fun first.
Are the people at
Yeah,
this
it's Holly.
party wearing those powdered wigs?
A couple of them are.
Okay, Holly definitely has a powdered wig. No, she has to have one.
Oh
Gotta
gosh.
fit in with the
Doc Holly
crowd.
went into the bath. Literally, Doc Holly went into the bathroom and came out a fucking drag queen. Right.
Third a wig in there, like.
The nose was not what was getting powdered, honey.
It's like how did you come out? How did you hide an entire banana costume? Well, you were. Never mind.
This is up the skirt, obviously.
Yeah,
Okay.
obviously.
So
Don't question a woman's first.
with that, we're gonna cut back to Cillian, who
Okay.
is snooping around this massive bedroom.
Okay. I want to give before I start looting the place. It's probably the majority of her nicery things are probably in her room, likely.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, she's got like her own like vanity that's got some necklaces and some other jewelry.
right. Before I start getting into that, I want to kind of just give this place a once over and try and find, because he said, and I want to be make sure I understand correctly. The guy said that gave us a job. Did he say that there was some kind of vault, like centrally located place where a lot of her wealth is in the house, or did he just insinuate, hey, the house is full of expensive stuff, just loot it and take all her stuff?
Well, his pretty exact words were, mainly get the brooch off of her and bring it back to me. But if there's anything else that you find that you would like, it's not going to offend me because I can't use it.
I see. Okay, so now we're just basically taking as much finery as possible.
Right.
From we're extracting as much as we can from the house. Okay.
It'd be a pretty set of earrings.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, I guess we begin doing that. That is a process, since it's all loose, liquid, valuable things.
Mm-hmm.
That is a process that will maybe take a while.
Right.
I don't want to go to too many other rooms besides this one. But yeah, I want to try and hit up this room because probably the most stuff is here.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I get enough, once I feel like I've gotten most everything, from here, I'll kind of try and move to other rooms as well.
Okay. Yeah. So you just start like you pull out. Basically, you have like your sack of stuff, and you just start like grabbing jewelry and like maybe some pretty trinkets and stuff, and you're just stuffing your bag.
Takes out a small little pen knife and cuts some paintings off of their frames. We're grabbing really nice mirrors, jewelry, loose cash if it's around, just nice stuff.
Yeah.
She's got a stash of like substances she likes, take that.
Mm-hmm.
Really pop taking the dusk ball equivalent of cocaine.
Yeah. You just like loading it all out onto like the terrace where you came from, like, or something, because
yeah,
I
was trying to think about like how we're gonna do the extraction on this one, and the closest,
given the location right here, the alley's right down there, so like that's definitely like the exfiltration point,
right? Yeah, I guess I can start staging things on that terrace, and get them ready for me to kind of just jump down and
rappelling down with it all when it all comes down to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and say that as you're ransacking this room, you come up with 2 coin worth of valuables.
Woo! Nice. That's not bad. We can hopefully do better on the next one.
Yeah. And I will remind you that you only have a limited amount of boxes for coin. So anything that you get that goes over that amount of boxes it will be taken up by your spaces in your loadout.
Right. That's why we want to keep my loadout kind of thin. I don't want to have to try and expend many more items.
Yeah.
Besides, because once I get up to 4 coin, then I have to start using ticks and boxes of my own inventory. So I'd like to try and keep things. My objective right now is to keep things as smooth as possible for myself, so I don't have to use more of my inventory.
Right. Okay.
With that said, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, actually, I was about to cut us off to
intermission. Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll go back to the table. I'm gonna say that we're gonna get the dice rolling again here in 10 minutes.
Nice.
I'll be back sooner to just kind of hang out and chat. But
nice.
So around 10 minutes from now, we'll get back into the game proper.
Cool.
All right. I will see you guys in a little bit.
Alrighty. for me anymore.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it was a Swablu, to be fair.
I like Swablu.
Yeah, but
It's not like my favorite is
catching one of those with a
ever.
standard Pokeball is tough, even in the game.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Not that tough, apparently. Mopsy has like 3 shiny ones that she didn't even shiny hunt. Like in Scarlet, she can tell that story at some point.
Yeah.
She has I think 2 shiny Swablu and 2 shiny Altaria. That was just kind of just pure luck.
Yeah. Let's see. While we're in our intermission. So the 27th. So okay. So some night that's next weekend will be the community night.
Alternatively, you could ask Grid what time that should be.
Yeah.
Give you answers.
Yeah. But outside of that, next Saturday again, the Root one-shot. I'll be having Mikami, I'll be having Amatola, Short 646, and Don Maku from my Pathfinder game in that one-shot. So that'll be a fun time. And then I know that we had decided, yeah, next month's community night is a horror movie double feature.
Yes, I need to make that poll, figure out what I'm doing for that and make the poll.
Yep.
But you should join Project Open Table to vote on that poll whenever I make it.
Yeah. And the way that you get that is using !pot in the chat, and that will bring up our link to our card. You can also follow our Twitter account, our Blue Sky account. Do we have a Blue Sky account? Yeah, we do. Yeah, because I used it too. Yeah. And finally in there will also be the invite link. We might be doing a big recruitment push here shortly. Still hashing out some of the details with Undead. But yeah, we're planning a really big little recruitment event, so keep an eye out for that either on my Twitter, Undead's Twitter, and Blue Sky, and the Project Open Table social links as well. We're about at the 10-minute mark. Who all's back so far?
I just got back.
Perfect.
Mopsy, you here?
We lost Mopsy for good.
Nope.
Took the drink.
Again.
Just took the drink, walked away, came back, winked, then just pissed off from the party.
We never see her again.
It's like, wonder what her deal is.
Yeah, I mean, outside of the rocky start, it seems like you guys are starting to pick back up on the good fortune.
Yeah,
For the most part.
getting some kind of rhythm.
Yeah. Well, this is pretty outside of what you guys are normally used to anyway, so it was to be expected that there'd be some hiccups along the way.
Right. Honestly, I hadn't even considered that. It's like, yeah, the job's a job, right? Turns out, not really. Deirdre has a particular set of skills.
Yeah.
Very particular application.
Next time we're just gonna rob some broke fucker.
Right?
Much better at that.
Who doesn't have security and people won't mind if a bomb goes off.
Or just anywhere that's not here. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys took a job in one of the hardest places to take a job.
That'd be dramatic sometimes, but damn.
We're
Is there
bad at saying no.
Is there any
What?
way that we could have had more on our engagement roll, like for the future? Like,
I think
is there more?
There were like some things that you could have done for your gather information stuff that probably would have helped you out a little better.
Mm.
But that also might have required you guys to have taken a different plan. It's really hard to be able to be like, yeah, you know, here's what you could have done instead. But ultimately, thinking about like what your potential options are for what you're about to do, and maybe making decisions on your gather information stuff to go forward and find out things that would either get you like maybe better easier entrance or some sort of connection with once you're inside, some things like that especially for like heist, like if this was a mission where you had to go and fuck somebody up like in a back alley, obviously that would be very different.
No.
But you guys are basically breaking, entering, and thieving. And in this one particular, there's a more social aspect to it.
Right.
So,
You're lucky more.
So we gotta take
here for this one.
We gotta try and take more jobs that suit our strengths. Like we
Doesn't
could have
hurt, doesn't
gone
hurt.
and done this as a stealthier job, but you know.
yeah, like I said, it's hard for me to be able to sit here and concretely say, hey, here's where you fucked up. Because it's really not up to me to decide if you guys have fucked up or not. It's when you guys are building out your plan, this is like very much in the spirit of you guys have the reins. You guys decide whether or not you make the plan fuck up or not. I just provide
That's
the
our
setting and some other things, but for the most part, I'm not the one who's telling you how to go about it.
That's Blades in the Dark, baby.
That's Blades in the Dark, baby.
Again, overall's fun system. I enjoy the creative aspect of it.
Oh yeah.
Mopsy, hast thou returned?
Hmm?
I was asking if Mopsy's back.
Can you text them?
Yeah. Well, they've walked off into the crowd, so when they come back, if they want to do something, at the moment, the last thing they said was that she was just going to mill around and make conversations with other people who just happen to have those powdered wigs.
Yeah, and I hate mint juleps.
And I hate mint juleps. Yes.
I see you also have a powdered wig. What did you powder yours with?
Where did you get your wig? I just remembered. I don't care.
Yeah, let's get back into it then.
Let's get back into it.
But between all of us, I think we can play Holly.
Damn.
Holly just goes at a thing randomly.
All right, so we're back in the business.
Yeah.
We left Cillian, who had just cleared out basically the gotten some of like the smaller things from the master bedroom. Obviously, like there's some other valuables there, but being able to pack those out would be a bit of a hassle.
What, you mean we can't throw the California King out the window?
I didn't say you couldn't.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, I didn't say you couldn't. But,
logically, probably shouldn't.
But as far as what Cillian was going after, it was like jewelry and like cutting paintings out of the frames, and that can just be easily rolled up and stuffed into a bag. But yeah.
Is there anything that can break?
Oh, there's quite a few breakables in that room.
Well, in the bag. Let's say we could leave it to gravity if we need to get it out.
Gravity picks favorites.
I know it because I saw.
Shout out to my now ended Call of Cthulhu campaign.
I remember how that went down. That was rough. Fucking hell, man.
Good times. That was a good time.
Shit.
So yeah, so Cillian, you've cleared this room out of its small valuables. how would you like to proceed from here?
I see if there are any other. I kind of again. I'm trying to do a once over, looking for hidden stuff that they're like hide away in little stash areas. That could be some really good, light, expensive things. I get the sheets off of the bed, all of the sheets, all the pillows, and staging them near the window. In anticipation of having to make a quick out the window escape, and I can like fall on them hopefully.
All right.
And then once done with that, I'll well, first off, do I find anything from my continued? I've been through this place a total of two times now, kind of combing over it. I am declaring now in this turn. I'm sort of going over it a third time, sort of trying to extricate like the more hidden and stashed away things.
So you want to look for things that are not normally seen easily. Sounds like a roll might be required.
Perhaps a prowl.
Prowl
Sneaky?
if you're just sneaking around. If you
Or finesse.
maybe if you're using your finesse to like maybe like check along to see if there's any like hidden things like on the wall, hidden compartments and stuff.
Yeah, hidden compartments.
I could see that being finesse.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Risky standard, or would you like to?
I think at this point where you currently are, I think that you are in a controlled situation. There's nobody really here.
Okay.
And the
Controlled.
effect will be standard.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot to bring this up earlier. I realized after I took my turn, the very first one when I was infiltrating, I have infiltrator. And I don't know if it is relevant, but it says you are not affected by quality or tier when you bypass security measures. I don't know if that would have made a difference or not.
In this aspect, it wouldn't have, because yes, the security system was of a higher tier, but because you have infiltrator, it didn't matter.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, no, you're good.
Thank you.
Hey, that sounds good.
We take those.
Yeah. So you kind of start like checking things. You kind of have like a sneaky suspicion that there's something hidden here. You start looking for like
this is just standard fancy shit. Where's the good fancy shit?
Yeah. You start checking for like false bottoms and drawers. You start running your fingers along the wall to find like cracks maybe that could lead to like a hidden vault. And as you are doing so, you do feel that there is a small crack in the wall, like a small seam in one of the walls.
Okay. Can I use the typical things of like, is it maybe a clicky push panel? Is it maybe like a strange, kind of put fingerprints on it, press and move panel, kind of, just trying different things on it.
Yeah. It doesn't budge. You kind of try doing like the little push in and running your hands around certain parts. It doesn't seem to budge, which means that this is a very heavy door.
So it's got to have some sort of trigger that like makes it open, like example, pull a book on a bookshelf kind of deal. Okay. I want to use what could, I don't know if anything could help me find it easier. Yeah, I'm gonna just, I guess, is that another finesse roll to try and find the opening to this?
If you're going around the house and like trying to like pull on certain items and stuff,
like nearby, yeah, something that could trigger something.
Yeah, I would say that's what that.
Okay. It's still controlled. Okay. Partial
success. Okay.
Is there a way to make that better, or? says reduce
you
effect
would
on
have had to take 2 stress to either improve the effect or to put, and I think that would have been the way to maybe have potentially negated
I gotta keep
some
that in
of the
mind.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. But you do find the mechanism that triggers it, and it turns out to be this the small it's one of those music boxes that has like the dancer on top.
Mm-hmm.
And what you end up doing is you push down on the dancer into the music box, and that's when you hear the ka-chunk. And the door slowly swings open away from the wall. It's like a portion of the wall just swings out. And you see inside all of these like high grade, these large gems.
Oh, hell yeah.
These chalices, just a treasure trove essentially. But it is a partial success, and the minor complication that happens as soon as this door opens and you view all this is you see this smoke start to come from either side of the door.
Oh no.
And it starts to gather on the floor, and it starts to kind of spin and wisp its way up until it materializes as a person.
Oh shit.
And we're gonna cut back to Aesyr.
Fuck.
Glad I'm not that guy. All right. Not having to
Son of a
deal with
bitch.
door ghosts.
Fucking
I'm
door
dancing my
ghost.
little heart out currently, it seems.
Yeah, so Aesyr, you finish your dance.
Mm-hmm.
And what was her name again?
Nyrix.
That's right. Nyrix.
I was saying this to Catfish because he asked me, he's like, what is the name of this character? I was like, it's Nyrix and it's spelled dumb. Because NYXRX or NYRYX is how you spell her name.
Yeah, I literally can't internalize that. Like every time I look away from it, I forget it.
Girl, I'm about to call her something else. I'll have a nickname. Anyways.
Yeah, Nyrix, your guys' dance ends. Nyrix looks to you and says, well, I came here for my own job opportunities, and I am going to go and see what opportunities I can find. So I will leave you to your business, and I hope to hear the details of it once we are out of this horrid place.
Of course. By any chance, if I were to look for any clientele, do you have any tips or suggestions? A way to nod me?
Whichever one looks like how they have the deepest pockets and isn't already on the arm of somebody else.
Fair enough. All right. Good luck.
You too. He kind of like blows you a kiss and walks off.
I grab it and put it in my heart. It's purely platonic. Aesyr's gay as fuck. But it's just how we are.
yeah, totally. Yeah. Just girly pop things.
Yeah.
Hell
One of the girls.
Yeah, totally. So your dance ends and Nyrix walks off. You see Deirdre, who is kind of still combing around, looking, and they have the mint julep still in their possession.
Do I see Mopsy walk by, or Doc Holly walk by? Do the whole shenanigan? Or was that while I was dancing?
That was while you were dancing. You probably wouldn't have been able to catch sight of Doc Holly, let alone realize that, she had changed what she looked like.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Alright. I guess I walk back over to Deirdre.
Oh, good. Hi. Help me find this lady. I can't seem to spot her. And the doctor has doctored the drink here, so we need to get this one to the lady.
Of course. Oh. Let me look real quick. I just realized something really quickly. I swayed that guy, right, Gil?
Yes.
The old guy. I have mesmerism.
Ah. And
When
yeah,
you sway someone, you may cause them to forget that it's happened until they interact with you.
there you go.
Just remember that,
Mhm.
because I was about to say
Hell
maybe I
yeah.
could like. I was thinking maybe of like if I could sway someone nearby, but
Yeah, that is very good
honestly,
information to have.
right? So, could I do just a quick survey, like just look around, like
Yeah.
not like super obvious, but just a quick like glance looking around?
Yeah, absolutely.
Risky standard.
Yeah, risky stand.
That's I don't think anything. Well,
Partial
I'll take
success. Okay, yeah. You look through, and towards the very back of this ballroom, all gathered underneath this quite large painting, you catch a glint of the brooch. The brooch. You see that, and you look up, and you kind of 2 and 2 together recognize that is Margaret Hollingsworth. Unfortunately, she is currently surrounded by people.
I figured that'd be most likely the case. Is it like up higher above us, like on a balcony, or just like
No,
on the
they're
other side of the room?
They're on the other side of the room.
All right.
Is there a drink? Is there a drink in her hand right now? Is it
Is there a
full
drink in
or
her hand right now?
empty?
Let's. You know what? I'm gonna do another fortune roll for this.
Honestly, that's fair. Leave it to fate.
A success of any kind, I'm gonna say that there is not one.
Oh.
She already has a mint julep in her hand.
Oh. Well then,
Well, we
we're just
can't
gonna.
really knock it out of her hand easily. Is the problem?
I'm sure she'll drink it fast enough, and then we just have to be ready. Hopefully with an urchin in hand. Oh, in fact, an urchin with a tray can be waiting nearby, as if ready to hand it to her. Quick, grab me an orphan, Aesyr.
If I look over there and look at all the street urchins, do I recognize any of them? Because I'm sure the ones Morrigan works with are the ones I work with. So do I recognize any of them by like just looking at them? Like Gil?
I'm doing a thing.
Another fortune.
I figured. Okay. We have to make an orphan. Got it.
Hey.
Are the orphans in the room with us?
Hilarious. Love it.
And yeah, the answer is yes. There are some of the people from what was the Morgan's thing
choir.
called? The choir. Yeah, there are a couple kid members from the choir here.
Are any of them holding a drink tray? Is this gonna be another fortune thing?
No, none of them are.
Damn.
It seems like the ones that you recognize are kind of just like standing along the wall waiting to be summoned.
Well, we're technically we're technically supposed to be playing the part of some noble ass people. Everyone here can utilize the orphans, right?
This is my time to shine.
Oh God, no!
Oh no!
No! I don't trust you with the children, Mopsy. Nah.
Too late. Always gonna walk up to these two and be fanning herself one of those hand fans. She has the big poofy dress and the
Well,
powdered
you're
wig.
not here with us, so you don't know this.
That's true. You're
Yeah.
not currently there with them. You're still out talking with the other powdered wig owners.
Comparing your wigs.
Yeah, you're comparing wigs.
And where you got them and whatnot.
You call that a powdered wig?
It's a powdered wig measuring contest.
Putting things next to it, like the equivalent of a monster can in other aspects.
Banana for scale.
Exactly. You're having a powdered wig off, essentially, is what I'm saying. So, anyways, I would like to have Aesyr go. I'm gonna have Deirdre stay there for a 2nd,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna have Aesyr just like stay there for a second, and I'm gonna have Aesyr walk up to the orphan with not with like the least amount of people around them,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna have Aesyr walk up to them and do the secret code of like the choir, which is, hey, by any chance, this is a weird question, but what's your favorite color? Which is code for like, what's your code name, essentially.
Right. Yeah. The orphan kind of like looks up to you and cocks their head and says, "It's magenta."
So yeah, that would have been their name.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Oh, okay. Are you by chance busy with something? Could I ask you for a favor?
Oh well, anything for you, Aesyr? Is that you?
Gallon.
Alan, right. Sorry.
We don't use each other's real names.
I'm new to all this. Yeah, Gallant. Yeah. What do you need?
Okay, great. Wait here a second. I am gonna gather some things for you for a drink tray. I need you to go up there with it, and I'm gonna have him point towards the big crowd of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go back to Deirdre and scheme on how the fuck we're gonna do this.
Perfect. All right.
All right.
Holly, since you're back, is there anything that you would like to do at this moment?
No, can't you see I'm too busy having a powdered wig off? I'm gonna snatch these weaves.
Well, snatch the powdered wigs.
No,
When we need a distraction at some point, you can like snatch one and run.
Or like you're winning somehow, so you're like gathering powdered wigs, and you just get to wear more and more and more of them.
No,
on
let's
top of each other.
hold on. Let's play a scene. Let's play this scene out here with Doc Holly, who is standing in front of another noble with a powdered wig, and you guys are kind of like, he's boasting about like, oh, I got it from this person, and this person designed it, and all that, and like being really like annoyingly boastful and braggant about it.
I can tell this is something that like Doc Holly would be like, I have to one up this man about. I don't know why, I just feel it.
So the gentleman kind of snottily looks to you and says, "Where did you get your wig?"
Remember how I had those documents?
Yeah.
I would reach through my documents and I would pull out a very convincing looking certificate. Certificate of wiggery. I'm just saying, I'm certified.
Like, I got it from
Makeup
this
and
really
hair.
high.
What does that even mean?
Why don't you show me your
Like-
papers, boy?
I got it from this wonderful brand called Deont. I don't know. Some insert high brand name parody here.
Right. So you
Got
produce
it.
this document of wiggery.
Gucci.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And his eyes kind of like open a little bit wider, and he goes, "Oh, that's quite nice. I apologize. I didn't recognize. I'm not too familiar with some of the other wig makers in the area. Could you tell me about them?"
Sorry, they're a in the know kind of maker. You don't meet the requirement. Turn her nose up at him. Walk away.
You absolutely don't have to, but do you want to roll anything to see if you get some sort of like special reaction out of him?
Why the hell not?
A scathe roll.
Sway. Pick
How would I
best
even
stat and make
roll?
an excuse. What's you say you had high sway, right?
I have high sway, tinker, and finesse.
You manipulate him into feeling inferior to you. You put him in his place. You crush his ego. He's gonna have an existential powdered wig crisis.
And what's the position?
I'm gonna say because you falsely impressed this guy. I'm gonna say that you're in a pretty comfortable position, and this will be for standard effect.
So controlled standard.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Partial success. Okay, so this dude, he like, he's clearly offended by what you say, but he's not acting on it in any way. As you turn your nose up to him and turn around and walk off, you can just kind of hear him like muttering under his breath. And I don't know, we'll see how that plays out in the future.
Oh god. The long-lasting consequences.
You do make him feel small, for sure. But it is a partial success, so there's no immediate downside yet. Yeah, so what do you do from here then?
I take my victory with a stride. All the other wiggies out there better be careful.
You can't ruin this vintage piece.
All right. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
No.
All right. You just stroll off looking for your next wig victim?
Or come
Victim,
back to us.
if
That'd
you
be
Yeah,
nice.
basically.
Your next victim?
Okay.
All right.
Don't want to maybe peel off and maybe look for your other person that's in the other part of the
And like,
mansion, or
Doc Holly's playing her own game.
Doc Holly was supposed to be a noble in another life.
All right, then we'll cut
Okay.
back to Aesyr and
Fair
Deirdre.
enough.
Deirdre.
Okay. So I assume that was one of your orphans, or the father's orphans. That's good to know. We've got more allies in here. So, quite frankly, I think if the orphan just makes their way over there with the tray and it is nearby, I don't think anyone's going to get in the way of him being, summoned with a mint julep for the lady. If they're just like, well, excuse me, please make way for the lady's drink.
Mm-hmm.
And then take her empty glass and scuttle off, right? Like that. I think that should be fine.
I'm out of curiosity. Would it be a bad idea to spike another one just to be safe? We would have to find Doc Holly.
We would have to find Holly. We can get as many mint juleps as we want, but like,
The
we
good
only
thing
have
is,
so.
Deirdre, you know what she looks like now.
Oh yeah, she's like, I've lost her amongst the wigs. She like looks completely. She got like a powdered wig and shit on right now. I don't.
Why did she get a powdered wig?
I don't know where she was keeping it.
Damn. Okay. Go find her. I'll look for another mint julep.
Like, bring this. Yeah, like then you take this. I'll go find Holly, or like I've been holding this drink tray for a while now. It's gotta start looking sus. Like we need to get this into someone else's hands. Like.
Yeah. Of course.
You will stand out too much wearing it because you're supposed to be all noble and shit. So I'm just supposed to be technically your help. So, but it's been a while now.
Yeah, I'll take it. You find Doc Holly and spike another mint julep.
Yeah, okay, that works. Yeah. I'm going to scuttle off like I've been told to go do something by Master
I'm gonna have
Ace.
like I'm gonna be like, go on, sort of thing with my hand, and then just like walk off.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna look a bit like harried, but like I'm like, okay, gotta go do it.
Okay.
Real.
Right. So Aesyr, you go and deliver the drink to Magenta.
Yes, but I'm gonna make it not super obvious. So I'm gonna like literally take the longest scenic route I can,
Mm-hmm.
at least so until Doc Holly and Deirdre come like towards that way. You know, like if I see them, hand it to them. Then
Okay.
just to not make it super obvious with a singular drink in his on his tray, because that might be a little weird.
Right. Yeah. So you take a good exterior lap around the room, and I'll say that you do eventually make your way back to where Magenta is stationed.
Yeah. Hopefully, Doc Holly and Deirdre are close to there by this point.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go talk to them real quick. So Deirdre, you know what Doc Holly looks like now after the costume change. So after looking around through the powdered wigs, which they do exist here, but there's just not a whole lot of them, you're able to sniff out which one's Doc Holly.
Hey, Holly. First off, why do all the powdered wigs look so depressed? What did you do? Like they all look so dejected. No, but Ace wants to. We need to grab another mint julep. Ace wants to dose one more just in case something goes wrong with the delivery. The lady's over by the painting back there, a little bit surrounded, but we should be able to get another mint julep in her hand. It's her favorite drink. I'm not too worried about that part. I doubt anyone would take a mint julep in front of her. So could we go grab another one, and can you dose it? Are there any servers walking by with trays that I can snag one off of?
Yeah, there's a couple that are walking around. One of them that would have another mint julep on it.
Excellent. I'm gonna go just kind of like snag, like, thank you very much. And be like, Holly, help. You're the best gal ever, or something.
Whatever makes you help me.
I love your way.
Ollie would just be looking at Deirdre like, with a look and say, who told this helper that they could talk to me? It's gone to her head already. She's too far gone.
You told me to get you this drink, and I'm just gonna like hand it to you. This was your idea.
You're lucky I can't fire you.
I suppose so. Real method actress, this one.
I don't know how Holly was supposed to spike this drink in a crowd of people.
You just excuse yourself.
Well, not with you making a scene about it. Like, come on.
Let's go for a walk and do it casually.
Yeah. Oh, do we
stroll towards the magenta?
I guess I can hold it for you while you use the restroom again. Come, let's go.
Oh.
I roll with it. Deirdre is not used to working with Holly.
Even though you're the only one who's worked with her already once.
Right.
I would like to point out.
Yeah, still not used to it. They're both kind of abrasive people.
All right, so the two of you are going to go sneak off and drug this other one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you guys sneak off. You're able to get to a secluded spot where Doc Holly can once again work her magic. And now the second mint julep is spiked.
Excellent. All right, here we go. The backup. Kind of. I know where Magenta's supposed to be, so I'm gonna kind of start making a way of figuring that Aesyr is gonna get there soon.
Yeah. All right. And yeah, sure enough, the two of you would meet near where Magenta is.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm at the
Delivery time.
once he at this point, Aesyr's probably grabbed another beverage of a random variety on their very long walk, and I'm sure the child already has a tray.
Yeah.
It seems. And I'm gonna, by the point that they're getting back to me, I've already put two on there, like the spiked one, and I don't know, like a glass of whiskey or some shit.
Okay.
as they're strolling up with the additional wood.
All right.
It's like, yeah, it turns out my madame here is just not that into mint juleps, so here you go. Someone else can have it.
Fair enough.
And then
Should we grab like? Should we? We probably should have like more than 3 beverages on this. Then that might look a little
three's
weird.
fine. Nah, 3 is fine.
How many
Because
do the
again, this
other
is like kind
people
of
have?
for the lady. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
makes it look special, like a special
Yeah.
delivery.
All right.
right.
Once. I want to look at something real quick. Yeah, no, never mind. I was thinking if I had anything that might help with that, but no, I don't. All right. All right, Magenta. Magenta, could you go deliver the lady her drink? Or just like not like directly to her, but like get close enough to where she would have interest.
Yeah. We're just like, oh, good. I'm running low. I should have another one.
Yeah.
And then, oh, just so happens to be right there.
Yeah. Gil.
Yep.
You doing something again?
Nope. You guys are good.
Okay.
But yeah, well, I think we have agreed to send Magenta off
Great. All right.
with the whiskey and the 2 spiked juleps.
You send Magenta over to where Margaret is, surrounded by her little entourage. Margaret, you see Magenta kind of at first struggle to like get people to move, but once he starts mentioning that it's for Lady Hollingsworth, that's when they start to kind of like actually part away and allow him to enter. And you see that her glass is empty, and she is about to like look up and yell at somebody to get her a new drink when Magenta arrives. And she goes, "Oh, it's about time. I was about to have you thrown out or punished." And she angrily puts the empty glass on Magenta's tray and grabs one of the mint juleps off of it. She goes, I just got empty. There should always be one waiting here for me. And then there is a man who is standing next to her. You could probably assume this guy is maybe in his early 40s. Very clean shaven, very nice looking. He's like, dear lady, would you mind if I had one as well? And she,
Oh no.
Maggie goes, oh, of course not. Go right ahead. In fact, I advise anybody try a mint julep at least once. That's the reason why they're my favorite drink. And so the guy takes the other one off the tray.
Son of a bitch.
And they
2 cases of diarrhea. It'll be fine.
they clink glasses and they both take a sip from it.
So, okay, we've got a little bit of time. I'm assuming we have a little bit of time before this kicks in.
Yeah.
Like this isn't going to be instant. They've been drinking all night. Everyone's been eating all night. We've got some time to kind of like phase out.
Yeah.
So
wait, hold on.
At the very least, we should probably get Magenta.
Hold on.
Like,
So what exactly did we put in the drinks? Did we put an emetic poison or did we put a laxative?
I thought you were
Whatever
saying
you
a
thought.
medic the whole time.
Yeah.
Something to make them ill to throw up, right?
Yeah.
An emetic poison, the minute that you ingest an emetic poison, you will throw up almost instantly. It
Well,
kicks in like that.
There's that.
Teacher, you forgot to give us homework.
Girl. It's laxatives then, okay? Dear Christ. Fucking Mopsy.
I don't know. It's been said the throw uppy kind the whole time.
If you guys pay stress for a flashback, yeah, I feel like maybe someone caught that and was like, wait a minute. No, make her poop. Like,
Wait a minute, make her poop.
yeah, like, oh no, yeah. If Then again, if she's
Almighty.
seen Tourette's like in front of everyone, she might be really embarrassed and like leave. So I don't know. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I don't know how you guys feel about that. You're in the scene. I'm not.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
I'm not risking a stress for that. So
All right. It sounds like as soon as these two like, and they take like a good sip, and then they like kind of start to drink a little bit more, but like halfway through their second drink is when you see both of their eyes just shoot open and just vomit all over the floor.
Oh.
And,
all right.
we're gonna kick away from you guys and go back to Cillian, who finds himself in a pretty interesting spot as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just want to. Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying. I think I have an idea of what this is,
Mhm.
and I'm like, does this really seem like a minor complication?
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
So yeah, this fog eventually forms into this incorporeal specter, very finely dressed gentleman, and he looks at you and says, "Oh, you're not the lady."
I will with with my mask on and everything. I will bow graciously by this finery man. And I'll just say, the lady has employed me to abscond with her things and make it look like an accident or a hold on. I want to word this correctly. For insurance reasons, she wants me to abscond with her things.
I see.
Yeah.
It's the best I got. Like I'm not occulty at all. I was like furiously looking up something I could have to like deal with this guy. There's nothing in the lurk like item list that would remotely deal with this guy. Yeah, that's like the best that I got.
Well,
You don't have
there
a
is a
spirit
way
bane
to-
charm?
Oh yeah, I mean I could spend stress to have a thing, but I would wanted to kind of save that as a last ditch effort.
Okay, yeah.
If
Okay,
he
fair
doesn't
enough.
seem convinced or something.
Yeah. So, what did you feed him again?
I I bowed graciously, like with good manners, and said, good evening, fine sir. The lady has employed me to abscond with her things for insurance reasons. I'm sure you'll understand.
Huh. I think that's gonna be a roll of some kind.
Okay.
Yeah.
On.
Yeah. You're gonna have to convince this dude.
Okay. Would you be convinced of a finesse roll?
A bit of a stretch.
Subtle misdirection?
I think finesse is more of like physical, subtle misdirections. I could see what you're trying to say.
Yes.
You know what? Yeah, in the way that you're trying to use it, I'll allow it this time.
Because you're not trying to say that you're not stealing.
Yeah,
It's like,
you're
I'm
dodging
definitely
the question.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a slight finesse of the truth.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
You know what?
Okay.
I'll allow that for this one.
What would you say for risky standard, or where are we going with that position and effect?
I'm gonna say that this is risky limited.
Risky limited. Okay. All right. Let's give it a shot.
Yikes!
Damn.
All right. Do you want to
Easy
deal with the
for your shit.
complication or?
What is it? I roll for stress, right? What do I have to do?
It's 6 stress, and then you roll one of your attributes, the one that makes the most sense, to
Okay.
lessen the stress.
Okay. Let's try, I guess, a prowess roll.
Okay.
Any modifiers to that?
Nope.
Okay. Oh!
Damn.
Okay, that was risky.
That was very risky. Okay.
Without missing a beat, he just sort of like clicks his heels together, bows at this gentleman ghost, and says, "You know, I'm here to abscond with your things. I've been scheduled for this. I'm supposed to be here."
The spirit says, "Oh, I was not made aware of this, so unfortunately I cannot let you into the vault."
Oh, well, that's
Take it.
unfortunate. Well, if I won't be allowed in, maybe they changed their mind and didn't want like waving at the vault and said, you know, maybe they did not want these particular things stolen. Perhaps they have some sort of sentimental value. Very well then, I will close this and continue on with my work. Thank you so much. Like with the tinge of like the audience at home can see like the fear of like I'm fucking talking to a ghost and negotiating the terms of him not fucking killing me. Like
Yeah, negotiating.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Negotiating.
He's
New
like,
word
"Oh,
of the
very
term.
well. Perhaps they changed their mind then on this vault." Like, cool. And he just says that he'll close that that panel and continue on.
The ghost then does like a very slight bow and says, perhaps they have spent, the lady has mentioned this to the others, but as far as myself, I have no knowledge of this. So if you'll just simply leave this vault alone, I will leave you alone.
Very well. As you were, sorry for this disruption, being as polite as possibly he can muster. Like,
All right, yeah.
Whoops. Yeah, he's just the most politest. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Didn't mean to disturb you. You can continue your slumber.
Okay, so you close the door, the portion of the wall back, and as soon as you do so, the ghost just kind of like raises an eyebrow to you, and then you see him just dissipate again.
Disapparate. Oh, okay. He sort of like takes a second. There's like a fine chair nearby, and Cillian just goes, "Oh." He's just like wipes brow, continues work. Like the intense stealth music continues now. Like,
yeah, peek behind the GM screen. I'm very glad that you did what you did to negate that failure thing.
I saw you looking at demons, and I was like,
wait,
oh god.
oh no, yeah. So
What? No.
I wasn't trying to apply meta too much, but like it is. I guess it would be known in the lore that fancy people have crazy shit like this. But I was also thinking about the original vault we did in the one shot, and I was like, "Oh, bad! That was bad."
Oh yeah, that one was much worse than what I had you up against just now.
But still, like not good.
No, still not good. All right. So yeah,
Oh,
unfortunately,
okay.
you do not get access to that vault.
Like
But
super
you
nice
did
things, but
save yourself from something else.
right, yeah, that could have been really, really bad for all of us, honestly. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to try and go outside this room, which seems pretty locked down. Like nobody's gonna try and go enter the ladies' chambers. You know, that makes sense.
Yeah.
To give myself a better chance at skulking around this third floor here, there might still be like servants and other people kind of scurrying around.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out from inventory the fine shadow cloak.
Ooh.
That just gives me a better chance. I forget what it. Let me see. Fine shadow cloak is a hooded cloak made of rare Iruvian shadow silk that blends into the darkness around it. This item improves your effect level when you sneak around.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, so that's a second thing for my inventory. So it's one less coin, but we got to do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, quietly kind of egress from the chambers, and skulk my way around to maybe an adjoining room, somewhere nearby. Kind of nicking any fancy thing I can see along the way. There's a hutch with like a pen on it. There's like a small little, I don't know, really nicely encrusted doily. I don't know what these people keep.
I'm not rich. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're just gonna sneak from this room to the next.
Right. And I'm gonna try and that's gonna be my goal, at least unless I run into any freaking demons. I guess looking for hidden stuff until I can have someone who might be able to help with anything occult is going for hidden vaults that might be guarded by crazy shit is kind of added a question. So yeah, he's just sort of trying to loot as much stuff as he can.
Okay. So you leave that room, you kind of open the door slowly, and you kind of take a peek out. And currently in this corridor, there doesn't seem to be anybody, but then you hear a commotion towards the far end. And so you kind of like pull the door closed back just a little bit so you can still peek out. And you see that a woman is currently luring a very drunken man into one of the rooms down the hall.
Okay.
And then after they disappear into that room, the hallway is empty again.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna try and go into the adjacent room to this.
Okay.
And this, yeah.
All right. No stealth. Just there's nobody here. I'm just gonna book it.
Oh, okay. I mean, well, no.
how are
I
you gonna
have
do
to. Yeah, I have to prowl. I
Okay,
don't
go
want to
ahead.
make any noise. I don't want to leave any evidence that I was here.
Yeah. Risky greater
Risky greater. Right.
because of your cloak.
Partial. Okay.
Okay. You start to sneak to the next room, and as you go to open it, you realize that the door is locked.
Ah, okay. A task for the fine lockpicks that I always have on me.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure it's not
do
the
I-
one in the fucking window?
No. That was my burglary gear.
Fair enough.
Fine lockpicks. I always have on me. Do I roll for that?
Yes.
Okay.
But having the fine lockpicks means that it improves your effect.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, anything that's
Uh,
fine it automatically improves effect.
Nice. We gotta get like fine gear. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Risky greater then.
Yeah, risky greater.
Okay. Position not affected.
Right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna say that you are able to get the lock unlocked, but it takes a little bit longer than what you were expecting.
Okay.
And so once you finally are able to open the door, you start to disappear into the door, and you see out of the corner of your vision, right as soon as you're about to pass through, you would have seen another gentleman who was about to round the corner into this corridor.
Okay. Then I will start making my way back to the original room, and I'll like kind of press myself into the walls, into the shadows to kind of blend in.
Okay.
And it kind of retreats back to, where he knows people aren't going to be going. No one's
Right.
going in that room.
Yeah.
Do I prowl again?
Yeah.
Man, can I just get like a good roll on this thing, man?
No.
Well,
Just all partial.
Okay.
better than failures.
So yeah, what I'll do is I will say that you are able to press yourself and stay hidden from view. But
But I'm sort of stuck here, maybe?
yeah, what's going to end up happening is that guy who rounded the corner, he seemed to be walking with like a purpose, right? And he starts to walk down the hallway, but then he stops and then he doubles back in towards the door where that lady and that other guy disappeared into. And he tries the door, and realizes it's locked, and now he's banging on the door. He's saying, "Get out of there with my wife, you fucking bastard!"
Oh no! This is a whole drama unfolding in front of me.
Yeah, and he's gonna be out in the hallway at least for a little bit.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Well, that door is open now. I wonder if I can kind of, while they're distracted, do they seem thoroughly distracted with this? As long as I don't make a terrible amount of noise, can I just kind of at least check out that other room?
Yeah. This dude is like pounding on the door and yelling.
Okay. Yeah. Now the door is unlocked. I'm gonna kind of slip over there real quick, go in and sort of just kind of start doing that room.
Okay. Yeah, you get over into that room, and you see that it is actually a rather large study.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dope.
The walls are lined with books. The bookshelves reach to the ceiling. On the far wall, you see this other large window that kind of overlooks the courtyard. There's a desk that has some trinkets and stuff on it, and you see a nameplate that says Grant Hollingsworth.
Grant Hollingsworth? Note that down. Note that down.
Isn't that the guy we just that hired us?
That's the ghost.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't think we need to write it down.
I guess if this is his desk, I'll check for maybe. And he has a flash of idea. Like he's like, maybe the actual brooch is in here. Maybe she wears a fake. You never know. Better to check this thing.
Yeah. So you start going through his stuff. It's mostly documents. I will say that you do find in a false bottom of one of the things, you do find another small coin purse that's worth 1 coin.
Nice. So that takes our loot that we've gotten so far of like 3 potential. Yep. Nice, very cool.
Yep. Yeah, and then like I said, this place has other paintings. It has some pretty fine trinkets on his desk. Really, whatever you want to start pilfering.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I'll go ahead.
Books are all lining the walls and such.
Books are kind of heavy and they're very specific. They're hard to fence. But I would take them if we had the time. Basically, he's like, it would be nice to take all those books, and they're very fine books, very heavy, very bulky. Sadly, cannot do. But let's see, between rolled up paintings, finery on his desk, and other tchotchkes that he has that are really fancy, what would you say that is in coin as well?
I'd say it's probably another 2.
Another 2. Okay, so with 3 coin on me, I will go and leave this room quickly. Not really giving this one quite as good a sweep as I did.
Yeah.
The ladies' chambers, sadly, But I want to use the advantage of that guy banging on the door to kind of make my way back to ladies' chambers.
Yeah. As you cross the corridor, you probably, maybe out of morbid curiosity, you kind of catch the glance of not just that guy now, but his wife, who is just covered only with a blanket, and a guy who is standing there shirtless, his pants partially unbuttoned, and there is a screaming match happening.
Oh, jeez. It's like the scene is her and the guy she tells you not to worry about.
That's exactly what's happening right now.
Some hunky dude, and the guy who's yelling is some balding guy or something.
Yeah, and
how could you?
The hulky dude, like I said, she drugged this dude in, and he was like piss drunk, so he's like slurring his words and stuff.
He's just yeah. Okay.
But you do make your way back into the main bedroom.
Fantastic. I will stage my findings by the balcony as well.
All right, let's cut back to the scene downstairs.
Okay.
The lady and this gentleman have just vomited all over the floor, and they look in horror. when they vomit, it causes the lady to like actually drop her drink and the glass shatters on the floor.
Okay, so while I'm sure literally everyone's attention is on that,
Yep.
Deirdre's going to say to Holly, "Yo, bathroom round 2. We want to get one of us in there before she gets in there. I assume she's gonna run off to either the bathroom or is gonna run upstairs. Do you want to go to the bathroom or should I?"
Who was that for?
That was for
Mopsy.
Holly.
Holly.
Yes.
Ollie, I thought you were with Aesyr.
I thought we were all
You're
together. at this
also
one.
with
Yeah. Oh,
Aesyr.
yeah. You're. We went.
Yeah,
on
the
interception
three
course.
of you
Yeah.
are all there.
Yeah.
Well, I can't possibly risk getting anything on my wig. Aesyr, you do it.
I'm not allowed in that bathroom.
Okay, fine. I'll go. Do you have anything that might? You know what? No, screw it. And Deirdre scuttles off to the bathroom. She's going to pretend that seeing the two people vomit makes her want to vomit. So she's going to put a hand over her mouth and run to the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
Very good. Very good. Aesyr and Holly, what do you guys do still here at the scene?
Well, I, for one, am not trying to slip on that while someone cleans it up.
I don't, Mopsy. I mean, oh, get over it. And she's gonna. I have Aesyr start walking to try to help.
Okay.
Just like-
As you approach, you see that two of the other urchins have begun cleaning up the mess on the floor.
Mhm.
Oh.
Okay, well, what is the lady doing now? I'm sure she's not just standing there in abject horror this entire time.
Not the entire time, but she is like, she's holding her stomach and she's like looking around like completely embarrassed. And she's like, "What the hell was that?" And she like looks at the glass and over to Magenta, who had brought the drink, and she says, "You, what did you do to my drink?" And,
I just bring them over. So I don't make the drinks.
Mhm.
Please, miss. I just carry the drinks.
Maybe distract them. Maybe use your mesmerism to get them to be like, forget about that. You know, let's get you fixed up, kind of thing.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna walk up and be like, just at least like, not like super close, but just enough to where she could hear, and say, "My lady, I would suck at this in real life because I don't know what the fuck to say.
I don't think any of us would. I mean, if somebody
I don't know how to
well-to-do at a party just started retching all over the place,
Yeah.
I'd be like, I mean, I might laugh. Like, that's not appropriate. Like,
You're just like, my lady. That aside, let's get you cleaned up. This is not appropriate.
that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. That might piss her off. I'm
you
gonna
do
walk,
see that she's like about to like she's like holding her mouth like she's about to go again.
and I'm gonna just like try to walk up to her because I don't mind getting the clothes messy, or be like, "My lady, I can lead you to the bathroom if you might. I can help you to the bathroom essentially."
Yeah.
Just much nicer sounding.
Okay.
English is not my strong suit.
Give me
With sway.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Whiskey
What's
standard.
what position? Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So, God damn it, I should have done something before this. I should have
What?
like tried to boost it.
Uh,
I
So-
can't boost it now, right?
No, you can't boost it after the roll.
Yeah.
So yeah, so she just kind of like with her mouth still over her hand, like nods, And the other guy who drank the other one is like, I might want to follow with you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So
gonna
that
have to-
guy's
come
along
on,
for the
like,
ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fair. I can help him to the men's room. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Great idea. Great
Okay.
idea.
All right.
So yeah, I'm gonna
So,
help
yeah.
lead them to the bathroom.
Yeah, you lead them to the bathrooms. The guy originally tries to come in with you, with like the two of you.
And I'm gonna like be like, I'll go with you in there in a second, and then like try to help clean her up really quickly.
Oh, so like yeah, and Deirdre's waiting in there for you. Like she's like just pretending that she's just washing up. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. The other guy like just kind of like, oh yeah, of course, and then just kind of
Oh,
turns around and goes into the
yeah.
men's room.
So like you take the lady,
That's it.
and then
Yep.
yeah, you take the lady, and then Ace takes care of the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yep. Just like, oh my god, my lady. And I go open a stall door for him. I'm gonna like usher her and like, come.
And she just rushes, she like brushes past you into the stall and just lets it out.
Yeah. I'm gonna like pull back her. I'm gonna like pull back her hair and stuff. Like, no, they're there. No. And can I see how the brooch is clasped as she is in the middle of this?
Yeah, it's actually just kind of like a standard like necklace clasp.
Oh. I am going to tinker that off of her.
Yes.
All right.
I'm over here like just fist pumping in the air while all of this is going down, trying to be as quiet as possible. I'm like, it's happening. It's happening.
Yep.
All right.
You know,
Let's see.
just like
Before
there.
anything, use your stress on this, please.
Yeah.
How does that work?
So
exactly?
you can choose to push yourself to get another die to the roll or to
Oh,
increase
yes.
your effect level.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Are you taking the extra die?
Or-
Let's see.
Which one are you taking, essentially?
Or the effect level.
So effect level would be like sorry. Oh, that's like the standard limited. Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will make it into
Because right now you're looking at risky standard, basically.
risky standard. I would like
Risky
I would like risky great.
Okay.
You know.
And do you have fine tinker tools yet or no?
I do have fine tinker tools.
Oh,
so-
well then it'll automatically
Oh.
be risky great.
Oh, okay, cool. So then, yeah,
Oh,
I'll
it
pick the
just
extra
tries.
die.
Extra die. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because yeah, no,
Let's
fine.
go.
All right. So when it asks for
Yeah.
the modifier, just put I think it's just
Plus one.
plus 1d. Yeah.
Okay, and we are tinkering this necklace off this lady.
Mm-hmm.
Wink.
Wink wonk.
Wink wonk.
There it is.
Hey.
There it is.
Damn, that was whoa.
It's
God.
the winky face gets you that 6.
There you go.
Dude,
Real.
you basically put like another necklace on there instead of the same weight.
It's like whoosh. This is some magician ass shit.
All right, yeah. So you're able to get that off without like maybe like mid-retch when she's too busy focusing on the fact that she's throwing up.
And it's loud, so it like muffles it and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like, oh, don't throw up on that.
it's like, oh no. And just
Yeah.
gonna tuck that away.
Yes.
Let's see. So,
Let's cut over to Aesyr with
Yep.
the other dude first.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm
so
assuming he's vomiting in
He is also
the
vomiting.
stall.
I don't know how
in
you're
the
helping
toilet,
him.
I guess. He doesn't have long hair, I assume. I think you said it was like slicked back.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he have like any like I don't know, like does he have anything dangly that I can like at least just hold in place to make it look like I'm trying to help the best I can?
At this point, not really. No, he doesn't have like another
Okay.
necklace himself or anything.
I would like to sway him then.
Okay.
I would like to make it seem like just essentially try to convince him that I'm just a normal person trying to help.
All right, yeah.
You're
Like,
like
that doesn't really say
patting him on the
anything.
back sympathetically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like charming him and being like, "Oh my god, yeah, like I'm so sorry. I don't know what they put in those mint juleps. They must have messed something up. Yada yada yada."
Yeah. All right, let's see it.
What's the modifier?
Are you pushing yourself?
I don't need this to be great, so no.
Okay, yeah, then it's just risky standard, no modifier.
Also, like, how much stress did it take for me to push myself? Like,
2 stress.
okay, oh, it's 2 stress. Okay. 1 more pit. There we
Well,
Uh-huh.
how do I fail helping a guy vomiting?
You're
Make it
you're
worse?
failing convincing this guy that you
Yeah,
are just.
he's just
friendly.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm doing the
it
stress
could be-
thing again.
It could- yeah, okay. I was gonna say it could be something like "You're not helping, go away," you know, kind of thing. Like I want to throw up in peace.
Well, do
Okay, sure. I won't take it then.
Okay. Yeah, he just kind of like shoves you off, and he's like, I don't need any help.
Oh jeez! Oh no!
Just cut him off. It just cuts him off mid sentence.
Oh my god.
Just be like, okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I'll go.
And just walk out. I'll give you your space and just walk out.
All right.
Is there like a towel I could just like sit next to him or something?
Yeah. There's
Just
like,
like-
a towel like hanging up next to the sink, and you just kind of throw it at him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab that and just toss it next to him and walk out.
Okay.
Like just enough distance where there's no vomit touching it, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's your experience.
Wow. Less successful, but honestly, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. So after a while of vomiting, Deirdre,
I'm
Um,
sorry. The place is a little bit clean.
after
right
a while,
now.
she
If I knew you were
eventually
planning on staying
like
for a while,
stops,
I'd have
and she's
dirtied the
just like
place up a
breathing
little
really
bit.
heavily and says,
It's like,
I
"Well,
think I
lady, would
need
you like
to
some
go lay
water?"
down.
Yes. Would you, maybe some water first, or do you just want to go to your room?
I just want to go to my room for right now. I can't be seen in immediately. That was so embarrassing.
Okay, let me just get a towel, wet this. We're gonna wipe you off a little bit. Just gonna, here, come over here. Come rinse out your mouth, please. You'll feel better. Just,
She follows you and does so, and you can see that she's like a little woozy.
Yeah.
And you lead her out of the bathroom, and Aesyr,
Yeah.
you see them come out, and you see that she is wearing a different necklace.
All right. Is there a servant nearby?
Yeah.
Like a staff? Could I just like go up to them and be like, "Go help her, please"? Like not even a roll, just like not push them that way. Like just help her.
She nods and goes over and takes her out of your care, Deirdre, and starts to walk her towards the stairs up to her room.
Yep.
Do we see Magenta somewhere, by the way?
Yeah, Magenta has went back to is still holding the tray with the whiskey glass in it and is standing back where you'd found him.
Okay.
It's like, okay, so Cillian was like robbing that room, right? Like, we've gotta go.
We should. Yeah.
We need to grab Holly, and we need to like signal Cillian somehow. Or maybe Cillian would probably hear them coming. I don't.
Maybe you could like help take her up and like somewhere like maybe slip her a sedative. I don't know. Like.
Wait.
We've already passed her off.
Oh, you already passed her off.
Yeah, you've already
to
passed
the
her off.
servant.
I was about to say I have trance powder. God damn it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, she fucking. It's going to be the servant that notices. I think, if I remember correctly, her room's on the 3rd floor. We have like a couple minutes at most with the way she's stumbling around.
Would we have enough time to like run around, like get to like the outside and like kind of notify him, or probably not? Like, given it's a manor.
Yeah, probably not.
So okay,
Let's
this
go
is what I'm
grab
gonna do.
Holly
That actually,
first.
oh yes,
Oh, I have. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you're already thinking of the thing I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Is it fire?
Yeah, it's the signal fire across the river. That's or something. We're gonna
Yeah,
set
yeah,
off a
yeah.
fire outside, like we're gonna
Nearby
get out to the
distraction.
alley. Yep, we're gonna
Yeah.
go out to the and set off our fire that's nearby. It's not gonna be anything big. I promised it would be small. So
Just smoke, you know.
and perhaps if I can you pop a stress to like flashback and have set that up.
Yeah, like it just so happens it's perfect timing. The timer goes ding.
Yeah, I think that would probably be a to set up a mechanism to go off at like the right time to cause a distraction. I think that's going to be a 2 stressor.
Yeah, I can tank 2 stress.
That's valid, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game is a lot of style. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of style to it, so it's like everything is cinematically like, oh, it's just so convenient.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's like, okay, we've done it. Let's grab Holly and we need to go.
Yeah, let's go grab Holly and
we have to go out to Whitebone Street, which is right around the corner from here. And then if we can get into Blackview Close, then we're set.
All right, so you guys go and grab Holly. Holly, what are you doing right now?
Probably having another wig off.
Literally, that's it. Like, I'm just continuing to assert dominance in the wiggy world.
Yeah, you know what?
They will remember my name.
I'm gonna give you just for funsies and to save time. I'm gonna give you a fortune roll to see how many people you have upset with this. This isn't gonna be like you failed to piss off anybody. It's literally like how many more people you have broken their spirits as far as their wigs go.
In the span of taking someone to the bathroom and then vomiting and doing all that, I want to know.
Yeah.
Please,
so whatever
please be a
whatever the die number is how many more wigs you have just crushed their spirits.
Holly is over here lip syncing for their life and shit during the heist.
She's like pulling trinket. Oh, only
just one other.
You did hurt you did hurt another person's feelings, and you're currently in another wig off with somebody else.
What in the world, even?
I'm gonna have Aesyr like come up to Holly and just be like, by the way, our carriage is here, or our ride is here, whatever they fucking have here.
Yeah.
Oh,
It usually
our ride is here.
carriages.
Yeah, our carriage is here. I think we have to go.
Works for me.
Cool. Let's.
I would say as she's leaving, she'd probably rip the wig off the person she was fighting with.
Oh no!
A trophy.
You call that a wig? You call that a wig?
Now sashay away.
You know what? I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. You just reach up and grab the wig and swipe it off the dude's head. And he's like, and it's kind of like that thing from like the SpongeBob movie when he takes the paper bag off his head. It just shines.
My eyes.
Bald.
Bald.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna have this Aesyr be like, oh, and then walk away. Just, destroy that man's ego.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Yes.
Man's gonna need therapy after that.
I feel like most people who encounter Doc Holly need therapy afterwards.
Yeah, pretty much.
Honestly, that's good for her.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, it's almost 11:40.
Yes, we're going to be wrapping up. So yeah, you guys get out. Deirdre, your smoke bomb, your mechanism that you have.
Yeah.
As you guys are about to round the corner, goes off.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of the local blue coats, they just see you guys walking away, not like remotely close to it. So they're not paying too much attention to you. They're running towards where that smoke bomb went off.
Hell yeah.
Out the window, Cillian sees the orange glow of flames in the night, and a few whistles are going off of blue coats rallying around that.
It's time.
Yeah, he grabs all of the sheets that he had gotten earlier, all the sheets and pillows. Well, the pillows are inside the sheets.
Yeah.
He kind of shoves it out the window. and then gets himself out the window, plops that on the ground, and then with perfect timing, the other three are there. He drops a bunch of sacks full of stuff down off of the thing onto the pillows. They grab those out of the way. I hope you don't mind me
that's fine.
narrating this. I don't want to choose things for people, but you know. And then he himself sort of just like kind of hangs from the balcony, so he's effectively from the second story, kind of, and then he kind of drops onto that.
All right. Well, I don't know if I want to let this one slide without a roll.
Okay, I can do it if you want. You know, maybe I'll roll an ankle.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility. Let's see what happens.
Aster will be back next time.
What is this? Prowl? No. What do you use for like? What's prowess?
It's kind of a finesse, right? To like, no.
What do you use
like-
for athletic things?
Yeah.
Finesse, I'm looking through it. Finesse has like some athletic elements. You might formally
Yeah.
duel an opponent with graceful fighting styles. You could try to employ these arts in a chaotic melee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
yeah, it
would
also
be
could be,
okay
like,
with
picking the
finesse
lock.
too.
Okay. All right then.
Yeah.
Any
Or, you know,
adjustment to risky standard?
I'm gonna say that this is probably still gonna be risky standard.
Okay. How about then instead I will what is it, 2 stress?
Yep.
Push 2 stress to
Get
give
an
me the
extra
3.
die?
That's not too bad. Extra die or a greater effect? What do you think?
I think
I don't know,
probably
which one-
extra. I think probably extra die. Like,
Extra die?
yeah.
Rather be safe
Okay.
than sorry, sort of thing.
Okay, sure. Yeah. We'll do that.
More chances
Roll.
to get a 6.
Partial
Come
success.
on.
It's a 5. You'll be fine.
Yeah. So what I will say is that you do land relatively easily, but I will say that you maybe like roll your ankle a little bit.
Is that just like an extra stress or
That's gonna be a harm.
A harm. How do I ooh, okay.
So
what do I mark
Trauma,
harm?
or-
So
Uh,
right
oh.
underneath your loadout, there's those
It's
little
the drop.
droplets. And I'm gonna say one harm, sprained ankle.
1 harm, sprained ankle. Oh, okay.
So you can fill in one of those boxes there, or I can do it since I'm already here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sprained ankle. All right. Okay, you get down, you grab all the loot, and you make your way to your underground passage point on Blackview. And you slip out. Really?
Whoa! I
in
can't
and
believe
out.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I feel like that one actually kind of went better than the first one.
Way better. Way better.
Which is funny, because this is harder.
Well, it's because we didn't announce her presence, essentially.
Yeah.
That in the
Yeah.
first session, like at the very beginning, you guys were like introducing your characters and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, you guys were able to just do all the stuff and just get the thing over with.
Yeah.
So we can do our XP stuff next session if you guys would like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can do the post heist stuff next session.
Yeah. All right, so then, with that, you guys being able to skate away into the night, that's where we will end our session.
Hell yeah.
As
Another
we're walking
score down the
through the
bag.
sewers, through our like hidden passage tunnel, where you just hear Cillian is just like, "You believe these people have demons in their vaults?"
Yeah, a vault demon. Whew.
Was he kind of hot?
No, undead demon. No.
Just stress the fuck out.
I
It's just
probably-
like, it's just like, no.
Funny, I've probably been with worse. Fine, let's get you. Let's just leave.
All right. Thank you guys for another fun session of Blades in the Dark.
Woo!
Thank you to my players, Mopsy, HighVoltageCatfish,
Hello. Are we? Wait, are we doing plugs and shit?
Oh yeah, let's do plugs. Mopsy, you got anything to plug?
No.
Okay. Asked and answered.
Yeah.
I can't be mad about that. What about you, Catfish? You got anything to plug?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm HighVoltageCatfish, also known as the writer James Tomassis, author of the Cyan Project and narrative director at Tearcell Game Studio, developers of Somnopathy, out on Steam now. You can find me on almost all the socials if you mouse over my name below the stream, where I recently announced a new project, Crossfaded, a comic made in collaboration with Forgotten Fucker about a witch, 2 worlds, and a whole lot of weed.
I'm so excited for that to come out.
Amazing.
Ace.
You can find me anywhere at StupidPunkThing. I should be streaming sometime soon. You should join Project Open Table. We're fun, and I need to figure out horror movies and a normal movie for the spooky season that's approaching. And remember, be gay, do crime, as we've learned from this lovely session.
Be gay, do crime. Yep. And TVHEADD, give us your closer.
Remember, kids, buy local, steal corporate.
Steal corporate. Very much so. All right. Yeah, Project Open Table. We have our community night, the Whose Line Is It Anyway tabletop edition. That's going to be some point next weekend. And then for our for my next game, next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm running my first one-shot of Root the RPG based on the asymmetric board game of a similar name. Yeah, I've got 4 players who are going to be little woodland critters, and they're going to do some vagabond things. Like what? I can't tell you that. That's confidential information, homie. But definitely stop by for that. And then yeah, next month, as Ace said, our community night is a horror movie double feature. They're heading that up, so if you are interested in joining any of those community nights, jump into our server. The command !EOT will give you the link to our card. You can follow our socials, you can join the Discord. This campaign was actually the first campaign that was made from players in that server. So if you want to play more one-shots, if you want to run one-shots or campaigns, come join us. We have a lot of fun, and the goal of Project Open Table is just to have a safe, welcoming environment. We have a bunch of safety features in play so people don't have to worry about their real-life bullshit inside of what's supposed to be a fun setting. So, please join us. And for now, let's see, who's a good raid target?
Are you looking for another tabletop person?
I was just looking for somebody in general. Actually... Oh wait, no, they're ending. Never mind. Damn.
Did you find someone?
Not yet. Do you have a recommendation?
That person I was telling you about earlier, she's doing a charity stream right now.
Oh yes, Mr. B.
MB? Yeah.
Yeah, I followed them. I see that. Oh, there it is, right there. Yeah, charity stream. Yeah, you know what? I will always raid into a charity stream when available.
There you go.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, go say hi. And if you can, support the charity however possible. Tell them the Swamp Dad sent you. That's it for tonight, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good one. Everybody say bye.
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 Hold on, let's try to harmonize a bye. Bye.
I don't know. Did that work? No idea.
All right.
Jeez.
As immediately right back.
Right as
Oh, perfect.